Hello. Hey guys, how you doing?
Mouth's still agape.
No, mouth's still agape.
Mouth's
Oh my
still
god,
agape.
why didn't we change that?
You're just like,
It's okay.
Okay. Today it's okay, but we'll change it next time. I'm sorry, I completely forgot. Anyway, welcome back to Mobile Suit Gundam Crimson. My name is Dettet. I'm here today with, we've got Finn Fox, Capo.
yo.
We've got Laura Dusk, Ebo.
Hello.
We've got Rhyse with Noodil.
Yeah.
And we've got Seb with Hegone.
Ah!
Ah! Right, how are we all doing, guys? All good, yeah?
Oh yeah. Ready,
Thanks.
ready. Excited.
Cool.
Yeah, cool. So let's just do a quick little recap because it's been a bit of time. Let's actually get to where we were from the last episode. So, main portions, you guys figured out that something was afoot with one of the company squads in Crimson. You went off. Oh, Jesus,
Whoa.
thank you very much. You guys went off and tried to find out what that was. You figured out that they were in cahoots with some Empire people, right?
Yep, that is correct.
Yes.
Yeah. And then we had what did we do? So we found out that they were all mostly just like recruits inside the ship, weren't they?
I think the highest rank was private.
Yeah,
Private first class.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah.
Private first class at that point. Yeah, absolutely. So that was always fun. And you definitely found out that the hyena squad was definitely up to something at that point there. Oh god, Hegone, what's going on?
Hegone, you good? Did you get in the truck?
Hegone, get out of the truck. Right, okay. Anyway, you guys infiltrated and found your ways down towards the. Gosh, sorry, I'm losing my mind there from the oh Christ every single time, but Hegon's radiator that just went kaput. You managed to locate where.
Hey, yo, my bad.
They're still good, man. Don't worry. Where the hyena squad was, and basically figured out that they were definitely doing something with the Empire. A couple of conversations were had between you guys, but ultimately you decided that enough was enough, and it was time to combat and fight them as much as you could. Yes. Now, as far as I can remember, because it's been quite a while, I think there's only probably a couple left alive at this point. We had Finn and Law doing a lot of like long-range combat, fighting the guys off and keeping them at bay, whilst Rhyse and Seb decided to go all hands on deck and fight the leader. You guys went full frontal on top of him and proper did him over. We're actually paused exactly at the point where you guys had just sort of got into a big old kerfuffle in front of each other. He'd slammed down against Seb and pushed him into the ground, and Rhyse's mobile suit jumped up around the front of him and pulled his gun up towards his cockpit. Seb managed to help him aim by grabbing the end of the barrel and shoving it to the chest piece into the cockpit, and well, blam, big boy, big gun, big dead. Now, was there anything else I may have missed at all, or was that kind of pretty much where we were at this point?
Seems about correct.
I think
Other than
that's
that,
it.
We just had these two guys over here surrendering at this point.
Yes.
Yeah, Arthur Day has yet to sleep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Needs a bigger cup of coffee.
Arthur has been
All the
up
coffee.
all day trying to get this sorted for you guys, whilst you guys have been going around and getting rid of loose ends for him at the end of the day. Now,
Yeah.
we're going to start off. I remember, Noodle, you said you definitely had something specific you wanted to do just as we started into this episode, yeah?
Yeah, it just depends. Like, so we just won. Is that where
At this
we are
point,
right now?
we're at the point where, yeah, you've killed him. Well, you fired through his cockpit. As far as you can tell, he's completely dead. Nothing left at that point. Two guys have surrendered on the right-hand side because one of them fucked around and found out that Law was not messing around, and he shot him clean as he shot back at him, yes. So we are literally at this point where the sun has gone completely down. It's dark, it is cold on the outskirts of the Mars bases, and you guys have just clambered around Hyena Leader and dealt a fatal blow. So you can take off from there as you want.
Alright, well, I mean, we gotta get Seb out from under him first, yeah?
Yes.
Get him off.
Yeah.
Get him off.
Any rolls that need to be done for that? Just like
You just push his body off.
Do it,
ungrappling
do it.
myself and
Do it, and I'll tell you if it needs to be anything. Yeah, just do what you want to do, and I'll tell you if it needs to be anything.
Yeah, well,
Mind
Gotta-
giving me
gotta
a hand?
gotta ungrapple myself from him, you know?
Yeah, but
Kind of,
like I say,
yeah.
this is more the idea of you do what you want to do, and I'll tell you if you need
Right.
to do anything specific. Yeah.
Yeah. I suppose just kind of.
Can you push him off?
He's got his arm around me, man.
Take
Fine.
your time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So considering the mobile suit has basically gone into a locked position because there is no more control unit, I would like you to, act under pressure to try and get your mobile suit out of the grapple that he has you still in at this point, where his unit has locked into position. Yeah.
It's been so long.
It's fine. Don't worry. Like I say, take it as we are. You are acting under pressure as rolling on a cool. Also, whilst we are waiting, Matt H. No. Thank you very much for all those subs. 11. There you go. So, with a good enough push, you do manage to unlock the rivet on the shoulder that's wrapped around and just breaks out of its position, and it just becomes pull yourself completely free and do as you so please with the husk of this mobile suit that now stands in front of you, still pressing its foot down on Seb's chest piece of his Rhyse.
I'm gonna bring up the non-damaged leg and just kick it over. Just kick it off him.
Just kick it off, yeah. So the mobile suit takes another hit into the concaved and nearly empty chest piece, and it falls down like a statue, slamming down into the back. It's completely destroyed at this point, but its leg joints and its arms slowly groan and ate their way down into the sand and dirt around it, moving it out of your position. Seb, giving you the freedom to now get the heck out from underneath it.
Gonna extend a hand out to him.
Oh yeah, and I grabbed that thing. Get back up.
Grab that thing.
Yeah. And I'm like, hey, thanks, pal.
Yeah, and just turn to look away from him at the surrendering mobile suits.
Yeah, no worries, yeah.
No
So-
response, just acknowledgement.
Okay.
Yep, so these two have dropped their weapons and they've just put their arms up like they would as a normal surrendering position. They're not trying anything funny. Definitely not at this point, considering most of their team is scrap on the ground.
Dude, let's see what's going on.
So, who wants to call it in?
Not me.
My understanding, you were the lead on this. So that's your call.
I am not the leader just because I pick up the phone.
You just one more time for old time's sake. Please.
Fine.
Arthur, come in.
Get quietly.
Okay. Open communications between the lot of you. Here, Arthur going. Yeah, boys, I hear you. What's going on over there?
Caught up to Hyena. Took him out. Didn't need a cleanup crew.
Okay. There wasn't much of a conversation you guys could have between each other, I guess.
We had a conversation, just not the conventional kind.
All right. I'll take that as a win on our side, and we'll get a cleanup crew and a pickup for you guys. Don't you worry about that. Unless, of course, you want to walk your way back, then that's entirely up to you at that point.
Of course.
We got like 2 prisoners too.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so you didn't kill everybody. Interesting.
Yeah, they gave up.
So I suppose you can say you guys pretty good in the team, huh?
This will do.
All right. I'll send a cleanup and a pickup. We'll get those 2 back into base. You guys get home and get some rest. I know I need it. We'll talk in the morning. See what's going on. How about we say that, huh?
Sounds good to me. I've had a long enough day out here.
Ready to clock out.
These three have definitely done their share of work today as well, so I can only thank the lot of you for what you've done, and talk to Semantics when you get back, alright?
Of course.
Alright. Keep an eye on those two. I'll send you guys out in the next hour or so. And with that, I am definitely off communications for the night.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, bye.
And do you. And with that, there's a click. And if you so chose to call him again, you would either be left with a voicemail or a very, very angry secretary in some ways or another. At this point, you guys have been left to keep these two at bay. The scrap will be picked up and cleaned up, and you guys will be picked up and ready to move to land base with Crimson and the rest of the crew. The two
One more
mobile
thing.
suits. Oh, gone.
Yeah. Before we transition out.
Oh, we won't go to, but go ahead.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure. At this point, I am going to try and rip out the remains of the cockpit of the downed Greys.
Yeah, so you do. Yeah, at this point, it's in such bad damage that you pull out what little remains of it as there is. You
Like
get,
a smushed box,
yeah.
basically?
So yeah, the chest piece at this point is very much completely opened. Pulling out the excuse me, sorry. Pulling out the what you would call like the the cockpit box, so like the main internal portion. Your mobile suit grabs it and pulls it out, but the moment that you pull it out of anything that was keeping its structure in any way, shape, or form, just completely crumbles in your hands, and you
Shit.
just kind of crush it completely out. Yeah, it's completely a jar of broken metal, broken glass, and definitely a mix of oil, lubricants, and blood inside it. There is very much nothing left after those shells went through and out the back of the other side of the Greys. But what little remains of the actual chest piece, there is still a remarkable amount of good parts that Crimson can use from this mobile suit alone. The legs are still pretty much fine, but everything else is waist and above is kind of broken.
Damn. Well, let's take the torso then.
Nice. The other two at this point, like I say, they're just completely static. They're not moving. They've kept themselves there. They know their place at this point. They're not going to try and overthrow you guys at this point. They've seen what you guys can do as a team, and considering you went up against what is known as one of the largest squads in Crimson at this point, these two fresh-faced recruits don't see it right in their minds to try and compete with what you guys have done. So
I'll just take hold of the head and drag it back from that then. Yeah.
So they see you do that, they don't move, but it's a very intimidating point of this as you pull the headpiece out, and the portion of the neck and the cord that goes back between it sort of drags out of it, very Scorpion style. Bring the head away from the mobile suit itself. As for the others,
Yeah, drag the torso back by the head. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just kind of like holding on by a few loose threads at this point. Is there anything else you guys want to do?
Well, this looks like common. A little bloodthirsty there, aren't you?
Should we check the rest of the base, or?
She thought about that. It would be more as the fact of going up to them, having them during the time while this is happening.
Mm-hmm.
I would have gone over and had them power down and exit completely.
Okay. And at this point, I wouldn't even make you roll for that. They're scared enough from what you guys have done that they completely power down. They go down on one knee and they open up their cockpit hatches, and you could just see these very fresh-faced recruits coming out wearing scraps of clothing and all this. And they jump down from their suits and, hands up still.
I'll join beside him.
Yeah, no worries.
Seb.
Yes, that's me.
I misplaced her axe. And I point at the downed Greys in front of us, like the other one. It's
Oh.
just sticking out of the.
Oh yeah, the one that's up by the
Yeah.
base that still has it actually completely connected to the chest piece, and it's just kind of like you
I
said.
grabbed that one. It's in my hand.
Oh, did you?
Remember?
Yeah,
I
he
ran
came
up
by,
to
he
that
grabbed
one,
it.
ripped it out, and I tried to use it.
My bad.
Damn.
It's
Alright,
it's like I'm way ahead of you. I'm just holding it already. Dude. Well,
I would say, other than that, I would just more or less wait. I wouldn't have anything else for this.
I kind of want to
think-
like.
Hmm?
What do you want to do? What are you gonna do?
No, I think I'm good.
Oh, I just wanted to see. Is there like anything here? Like, what do I see if I like walk over
I'm
here?
only for sweeping inside with Seb. If you guys can keep an eye out here.
Yeah, I could stick around. They ain't going anywhere.
Of course.
Question to Dettet.
Yes.
Do I have my gear?
Yeah.
I have
So
my gear.
Alright.
outside gear, unless stated otherwise, you would typically just have it on you or
Okay.
in the cockpit with you at times. You don't have to be very specific about it. It's not like having to have a dossier of exactly that. If you've got it on your sheet that says that you have these weapons, you've either got it with you at all times, unless you've stated otherwise.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's completely fine.
I sleep with my shotgun.
yeah.
I do too.
Under my pillow.
Mhm,
Nice.
mhm.
All right. All right. Yeah, I'm kind of want to look inside and see.
Yeah.
You're good. Your computers seem to be your thing. At least
Me?
you're a lot better at it than I am.
Oh.
Want to try to crack their network here and see if we can dig up any transactions.
Sure.
See if we can find out like what they sold on.
I think Haro can do that.
Can do.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I'll park next to one of the buildings and I'll dismount. I'm going to carry my my fun gun. I'm
Yeah.
going to go out with my assault rifle and I'll be
Oh.
clearing rooms as we go in.
Wait. So you know how we agreed that I would have this thing called an arquebus?
Yeah.
What is that? Like, is it? Am I like actually just holding like a giant single shot kind of thing?
It was one of your pastimes.
Yeah.
You liked the
I
interest
just
in it, and you decided to make a giant walking stick that can hold up and prop up a single barrel, single shot musket of sorts.
okay, cool.
Amazing.
You
I'm
considered
bringing
it-
that
you
in.
Considered it a hobby as you walk down into the long old hallways that are very much lit inside this place. Staff in hand, musket in the other as you walk through. And when you turn corners, you prop that staff up and you pop the gun down. You look around like a turret and realize there's not really much down there, and then go down towards the next hallway with Law, who has
Every time Seb turns a corner with that stick, I'm in disbelief, but I'm kind of smiling. It's just kind of like how ridiculous it is.
with this
It's
little horrible just
effective.
rolling behind him at the same time. As this kid of many new talents, as you're figuring out, has some sort of history with old rifles, as you hold your very more modern weapons at this point in time. So at least, at this point in time, like, Seb may have like a single shot musket rifle at this point, but if he misses, he's going to take someone's shoulder out still at the end of the day. Like this
Well,
iron
a golf
ball, yeah,
ball size hole into a man's chest.
just straight through at this point.
Oh,
So
God.
he doesn't have to fire lots; he just has to hit once.
Amazing.
So as
Alright,
the
well,
oh,
so Seb, I know I
Yeah.
wanted to check out their computers. What anything you want to look out here? Like their storage, hangar.
I want to see their equipment,
Is it? All right.
like for the mobile suits, I guess.
So the hangar probably. Eh?
Yeah,
All right. Yeah, we can check that out.
that would be good.
Which one do you want to do first?
Office
Office or
you're the you're the boss here.
I'm not the boss.
Yeah, you pick up the phone though.
Oh my
On,
god.
on a side note, while this actually is happening, if you don't mind interruption, I would actually ask these guys, just while they're standing here, Pretty much the fact of what were you getting out of this? You got to give me something here. What made you think to go for the Empire? Come on, you can't be that stupid. You're fresh.
Okay, I would like you to manipulate someone then. To get information out of them that they're not too keen on giving you.
Charm roll. Let's
That's
go.
it.
Try to do this.
Is this open comms?
This would be me. This is basically me, mech, talking to them. So if you're nearby, you can probably hear me.
Yeah, yeah.
Would I be able to hear from there?
Yes, mobile suits have definitely got a range.
Oh,
and
come on. That's a
microphones to be able to
shitty
hear.
roll.
I would like to assist in this. I will turn to look at them and sort of raise the Gray's corpse
Mhm.
a little so that they see it.
Okay, so you doing a roll, at least at a 10 plus, would help them give a +1 on his roll. So it's not going to change his roll, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's a shit roll.
And you haven't got advanced on help out yet, unfortunately. Doesn't really do anything for you, but by all means you can do it just to threaten them anyway. I may still give you more from an 8 than what I would have given you for a 7, if you see what I mean.
Fair. And that would be.
I was two
Sorta
threes
cool.
too. Ugh. Yeah, I murdered your boss. Look how cool I am.
Yeah.
Hey.
So your help grants them a +1 to their roll, which is an 8. So I'll mitigate some of what I would have said from there. So they'll do it, but only if you do something for them right now to show that you mean it. If you ask too much, they'll tell you what, if anything, it would take for them to do it. Okay. One of these young lads looks up. He looks to his other friend, who kind of gives him a kind of don't look, almost like a pleading kind of thing. Kid turns back and he just says, "I want you to let us go, and I'll tell you everything. Don't let us go back to Crimson. Then they're not gonna treat us lightly for what this is."
Makes sense. Look what you've done.
Yeah. So if you let us go, we can run. You don't have to tell them, and I can tell you what we're doing here.
Yeah, but we already told him that we have someone.
So
Kinda
take him.
can't.
I'll tell you everything and let me run. You son of a bitch! Why are you saying that? No, I mean it. I'll tell you. You let me run. You take him. I thought you were my friend.
Well, we only need one, right?
We're taking them both.
Get no fun.
So they seal their lips and don't say anything, unfortunately. But their eyes gaze down towards the base.
Unfortunate. I mean, probably would have been lighter if you gave me information before the boss got the hands on you, but we all dig our own graves.
Fortunately, they still keep their lips sealed. They know not to test this at any point because they would either be dead with you guys or maybe dead with Crimson at this point. They're smart enough not to take the bait. Their lips shut.
Private comms with Finn.
Man, you could have played along with that. I wasn't going to let them both go. I was going to let them fight for it.
I'll deal with them later.
Ooh.
We need them alive for information first. Then you could deal with them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It'd be funny if I got them fighting for it, though, you know?
All right. Laura and Seb, where are you going? Up to the offices?
Yeah. To help settle it, Lord just flipped a coin,
Mm-hmm.
and all right, okay, office is, I guess.
Okay, so you guys make your ways up to an office.
Yeah.
It's the most officey office that you can see at this place. It's the one that seems to have been used the most as of recent.
Cool.
A lot of paperwork that's just kind of flicked about, left about. Most of this paperwork is from both transactions and operations that have been done in the past few months. Nothing as of recent. So any paperwork around doesn't really seem to give you any indication of sort of what's gone down recently. It seems that if Hyena has been using this outpost for the past few months, everything they've been doing is kind of under the table. But there is a couple of computers open and a couple of terminals running in the background that have definitely been used more recently than the dusty and dark sort of tables that haven't been touched in the last few months as well. Most of them are open and ready
It's
to
pretty
go.
obvious that like any like analog paperwork, they just kind of disregarded.
Yeah.
Or okay.
Or it's not here anymore at this point yet. But most of the office itself seems to be very untouched, besides these computer terminals that have been, at least people have beelined to them, used them for a couple of things, and then moved back.
Okay. So, do I ask the ball to do it? Do I have to
Yeah,
ask
you
it
can.
to you? Do I just ask you?
No, you can just talk to it.
Talk to me.
It's
Talk
fine.
to me. Smooth talk.
Smooth.
Just go with it.
Smooth. What do you mean? Do it? Whatever.
Wine and dine.
I have
Let's go
no
with
idea how to talk. It's just a computer, right? I just give it
Yeah,
commands
just-
and it
just-
does
yeah.
things. All right. Okay. What's the name?
Haro.
Haro. Okay. Haro.
Yes.
Hi.
Hello.
Please connect to those computers over there on their network and see if you can find transaction records, communication logs. Essentially, I want his phone history.
Okay. So because he's a friend, he's a foe at this point. He's a friend at this point, not a foe. Without question, he flips up one of his panels as like a salute and rolls his way over to the desk, at which he slams his head into one of the table legs, rolls back to look up at the terminals, rolls to his right to rest on one of his panels, and flips himself up like a flipper dog toy to land on the table with a bit of a thud. He wiggles around, looks at you guys to see if you're impressed with what he's done. You impressed?
I'm giving him a nod of recognition.
clapping.
That's-
Yeah, that's
Huh.
good. That's the wine and dine he's been talking about. And he rolls himself over to the table again, rolls himself over the terminals again, rolls all the way over one of the keyboards. He seems disinterested in one of the terminals and goes straight to another. Opens up his mouth, where there's a little terminal inside, and a little tiny, sort of like whatever you would call a USB port in this era and age, pops out. And it just kind of wiggles it in place, waiting for Seb to do the dirty. He needs
No,
help
you
getting
can
it
do
up.
it. Come on, man.
He,
Okay.
He lowers his head and looks at you, turns to the right with his mouth agape something, and slams himself into the terminal just to try and get the stick in. It doesn't really work. It's a very almighty thud as he does it. Dents the monitor a little bit.
Okay. Stop.
Okay.
Stop. It's okay.
Goes for a second time, stops and turns and looks at you.
No.
Oh,
Let me take care of it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Fucking weird.
You're weird.
Why?
you're both weird.
What?
I mean, you are. Like, what even is that stick? Like,
It's like a walking stick with a gun in it.
yeah, it's kind
Count
like
the-
I understand what it is. It's just kind of
You
weird.
see where we live?
Yeah,
Fucking desert out here, man.
military base. Do you want a pistol?
What?
Pistol, a sidearm. Do
Oh,
you have one? Right?
right. Yeah.
Yeah. Or okay.
Anyways,
Talk with me.
it's,
Anyway, what?
see how he's doing. Is he?
Okay.
Have you plugged him in yet?
Is he? Yeah, I did. I plugged him in.
You plugged him in? Okay, so he's plugged in. He's currently just going through everything that's on that computer. Goes through about 10 years worth of transactions, gives up, isolates the last 3 months anyway. Doesn't seem to be any transactions. He does ping, however, one transmission that he kind of pulls up on the terminal for you to see. Now,
An email?
so it's kind of like a decrypted message. It's not like there was actually like voice-to-voice communication, but there was at least some sort of connection made with Let's see. Have a little my notes. So it was a connection to an outside source known as Anima. Anima.
What's that? What does that say? Anime?
Anima.
Anime.
Anima. Anima.
Anima?
Anima. Not enema.
Oh.
Anima.
Anima.
Alpha November Indigo Bike Alpha.
Do you know what this says, Lore?
Annie. Anima.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Are we gonna?
Okay.
Oh, we open it, or are we just gonna?
No, so the moment that you read out Law, Anima, a little bit of information sparks into the back of your mind. You remember a fleet going under the name of Anima back in the Citadel era.
Got it. Whose side?
Citadel would have been against the
Yeah.
Federation at the time. Yeah.
Okay, sweet. So yeah, there's once we actually figure out what it says, there is a look of recognition on Lore. All right. Shit. Okay. Is there anything we can play back?
So there's no readable data other than just, like I say, an encryption, an encryption that was sent to something known as Anima. So for ease of convenience and understanding, you can at least tell that whoever last used this base in the last 3 months had conversations with an Anima that you recognize
as the name. Okay.
Yeah, as a fleet known as the Anima.
Yeah, if Haro, can you just log what we found here in case anybody wants us to show evidence?
Copy.
Thanks. All right, I guess it settles in here. So, hangar?
Yeah.
All right,
Let's go.
Your turn.
All right. Off we go to the hangar.
The Haro rolls off the edge of the table with another thud to the ground. Very enthusiastically rolls towards the hangar, screaming, "Package! Package!"
Wait, why are you going so fast?
He zooms. He goes down the hallways. He doesn't really wait for you guys to keep up with him. But you guys can keep up with the speed that he's rolling towards the hangar. It takes a good sort of 5 minutes or so to get round to what would be like, a personal deck opening to the catwalks in hangar. He rolls all the way down, continuing to say package, and rolls into the door with another almighty thud. Rolls back, tries to roll into it again with a thud, rolls back. He does this until you guys make your way to the door.
Okay. Slow down. Calm down.
Never.
Just gotta open the door.
Please. Thank you.
And I try to open the door.
Okay, so the door's just an opening door. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no major issue with it. Excuse me a second. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. So you slide open the door. So it's just pressing your hand on a panel, and the door opens up. Inside is a very bleak and dreary hangar. Hasn't seemed to have been touched in quite a while. All the lights are turned off. But as you open the door and walk in, the first few lights start to ping and open up, and shine inwards towards the center of the hangar. Inside the hangar, see what you can only tell at this point, laying down on this on like a what you call them, like a transportation vehicle. Very dusty, but very new looking frame. There's no armor on it at all. It's just the grey innards of your understanding would be something not dissimilar to a Grey's. The main thing that's different is the head. But the rest of it, kind of quite not dissimilar to what you would see with the Greys. And this system has just been laying here for a little while, completely inactive, as it is, as you see it right now.
Looks
So
like
it's-
we can't
we
do
see it,
maintenance on this one, eh?
Say that again, sorry guys.
Sorry, I was just gonna say. So we just straight up see it. It's not
At
like
this
covered
point-
up or anything.
Yeah, at this point the lights are going thum, thum,
Okay.
all the way down. You're starting to slowly see it more and more until it gets to like the very top. But you guys are on the top of a high catwalk, like looking down to it. Yes.
I'm looking for a way down to go up to it.
Yeah, easy peasy. There's a staircase down.
I'll stick with them.
Yeah, I'm just running. I'm going straight up to that thing.
No worries.
I want to read
See something you like?
a little bit.
Okay, so you make your way over to this moving transportation bed, and you see this this mobile suit frame just laying on top of it. Like I say, there's not a lot of difference to it from what you've seen before in the past. The main thing you notice as you walk around this transportation bed, as you move up to its head is completely different. It's got 2 optical lens eyes. It's got the very small beginnings of what would be like a V-fin on the top of it. And a lot of its interior's got very good sort of like almost bronze-like plating over a lot of the joints and the pistons that have wrapped itself around the arms, legs, waists, the torso to the neck. It looks like it's been at least inspected in the last 3 months, but it doesn't look like it's ever been activated in the last 3 months. Nothing seems to be connected, attached, or this, that, and the other. Clambering your way around, if you ever got on top of it and had a look at it, on that crest, on the very front of its forehead, you can just see the etched word Gundam.
Nice. Laura, come here.
Yeah, what's up? Mosey over. What you got?
The base frame is the same, but take a look at the head. It's different.
Oh. No, I don't like that.
You don't like it? I think it looks pretty cool. I have the thing for
Stuff.
antiques, you know?
Oh. Gotcha. Well, it's a good find, either way. Sir Arthur will be happy to see it in the morning.
Well, yeah. I wonder if there's anything else we could find in here.
Check some of the containers, see if it's got parts for it. Rather than
Yeah.
it being this, well, strip
Could
naked,
we, yeah, maybe we could check a computer in here or something to see if what's in
check
stock.
storage logs? Yeah, sure, we can do
Yeah,
that.
let's go look there.
And we gotta wait for the cleanup crew to show up anyway, so.
Yeah. I just
Yeah.
pick up Paro and I'm like, come on, you know what to do.
Before we walk away, Laura's just gonna kind of give just a scowling look at the word Gundam, take a long moment, and then he'll move on.
No worries.
Do the 2 exploring the base have any sort of communications on them?
I am mad.
Yeah, if you guys want
Yeah,
to
I'm pretty sure we got Turtle Beaches on at least.
Seb, Lore, come in.
Hello.
Yeah, what's up?
Find anything?
Yeah, we found a mobile suit frame in here. If you're curious, come check it out.
And we were able to find at least a basic log for communications, so we have somewhere else to look after this. It's not much though, just a name.
Name's better than nothing.
Yeah.
Fair.
We'll sort it out once we get back. I just want to wrap this up and get some fucking sleep.
You telling me? These two aren't really providing much entertainment.
Tell them to crack you a joke. And then I'll...
I think they. I think Rhyse wants to crack something else of theirs. So.
Just make sure they don't get away.
Have
Scary.
fun.
Oh, huh, aye, Captain.
So, do I find anything from the checking the storage logs on in the mobile suit bay?
Let's have a little look. See. I would like you to investigate a mystery
Yeehaw!
as the mystery begins.
Let's see. Roll on a sharp.
Sharp.
Yep. Do. Oof.
Okay, so the biggest thing that you can figure out by not being able to figure out anything, that there are in no way, shape or form any armaments, equipment or armor inside the hangar right now for this frame. It's empty. This whole hangar is empty bar this one single frame. Now, as you were saying before, and you saying that you like antiques, a little bit of flash memory for you. Unlike in Iron-Blooded Orphans, the Gundam frames here were the primary use before they started trading off for the to build inner frames that they use, Rhyse, and so on. Yeah. So yes, an antique to you, but in this era, no more than maybe 50 years old. Not the same as the. It's not the same as like the Calamity War.
Man, that's still old as shit.
Yeah, it's still old as shit. It's just to give you an idea of like, yes, it's not like it's a brand new Gundam like in other series. It's very much like OBO in the sense that these existed in the past. They only made a very select few, and they were the basis for what they would then use to mass produce down the suits frames that they raise. Elmwood's Run car, other units like that. You've probably seen maybe one or two of these. You've maybe only seen one fully armored. They were test beds at the time, very much like Gundams are. They were quickly removed from any form of combat, and the Grey's frame was used in heavy production after that. Yeah.
Nice.
But you can definitely tell by looking around that there is no sign of equipment. Probably was maybe not even ever produced. But it is not here as of right now. Can't tell where or if there ever was. Basic frame with basic nothingness side of it. Point.
Yep. I go up to Lore, and I just go.
It's
Yeah,
fun.
there's nothing else here. It's empty.
Well,
Yeah.
don't have any icing for it, but still pretty good.
Yeah. No cherry on top, I guess.
That's whatever. We're probably just gonna scrap it anyway.
What? Nah.
Wait, you're not gonna use something this old, are you?
I mean, if I had the chance, yeah. I would definitely.
It's just gonna do that. He's gonna like grab around his jaw, do that slow drag down to his chin. Let's just get back to the others. It's been a while.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. You guys make your way back up to the top.
Yeah.
Finn and still doing the same and keep you occupied. At this point, and hear the rumbling of dropships, pick up and clean up crews just off the horizon inside this little crater that you are. Got the best part of a couple of minutes before this group start to drop down.
Oh, about time.
Looks like me and Laura are right on time.
Perfect. I'll get back in my suit so we can hustle back to base or cooperate with whatever instructions they give.
No worries. And you can use that time to dip now if you need to for a bit.
Yep. I'm gonna have to step away for a minute. Sorry
No
about
worries.
that.
That's all good. Come back as soon as you're ready. That was over to basic frame here. There we go. Okay. So the ship starts circling over the top. You can see them now. Couple of pick up and clean up crews and one single very basic kind of looking ship that can pick up your mobile suits together and goes around from atmospheric sort of that one lands a little bit further away from the carnage. The other two land very much in the dead centers of them, and a couple of worker mobile suits start coming out, big claws, big bulky arms. They start walking forward and just picking up the rubble that remains of this settled area. In the dropship that will be picking up your mobile suits, there is a couple of guys with guns, very much uniformed soldiers / law enforcers of some sort that come up and briskly take away the two guys that have been put under your own custody as they are pushed with the guns into the back of their necks towards the dropship as well. At this time, Laura's moved on to his mobile suit and he is moving it down towards the dropship. And you've got Seb coming up as well.
Do I see that they're taking the frame out of the place? Are they taking that too?
So no one's said anything about the frame yet because
okay,
you guys
that's
haven't
cool.
Made it absolute clear yet. Yeah.
Yeah, can I just go get the frame and have it take my place on the ship and I'll walk home?
Okay. Yeah, sure. I mean, why the hell not? So you're going back down, you're opening up the hangar, and you're bringing the transportation bed out with this frame, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, I'm not even going to argue it. As you guys see Seb walk back into the base, 5 or so minutes later, the hangar bay opens at one section of the base, and out comes a trailer bed, large trailer bed for mobile suits that pulls out from feet to head what you guys see as a basic frame, till you see that all familiar iconic head coming out from the other side as it drags itself forward to the open area. Some of these security guards stop and stare at it because even these guys haven't seen old Gundam frames like this before. But nevertheless, they see this as an asset and slowly start moving back to you guys and helping you move this into the dropship as well.
So what are you gonna do about it? You gonna walk all the way home now?
Yes.
Hope you didn't expect to get some sleep.
Nope. Well, Aro can pilot probably.
Sorta.
You just need to walk forward. Sometime.
I'll make sure to put a search party together for you in the morning.
Thank you. Dearly appreciated.
I take that as actual honest thanks.
I was not. I was just.
Thank you, man. That means a lot. All right. Rhyse, what are you thinking over there? As you see this frame slowly coming out of the hangar.
It's not good. It's not good at all.
It's old. Does it even run? That's the real question.
I'll make it work.
Yeah, if they had it in a van, you think they would have used that against us instead of, storing it away?
I don't know. Maybe it's old. Maybe it's not their thing. Maybe
I'm
they
gonna remain silent for now, but actually, I'll go with Seb.
That being said, I just think it looks cool.
Apparently cool enough to have you walk and not sleep. All right.
Yeah.
Shoot yourself.
I mean,
Let's
Rhyse, you
go.
just said you were going to go with them, didn't you?
I'm gonna go with him. Yeah, they can use the space on the dropship to take the corpses.
What is going to take this guy? I'm pretty sure. Unless we're going to take these suckers with us.
Yeah, I mean, they're your assets at this point.
Load them up. I could always use a spare target dummy.
Nice.
Gonna keep holding on to chunk of grays that I have, though.
Yeah.
Is that like a memento or something?
War trophy. War trophy.
Oh, yeah, you make a point. That's a
We'll
good
need to
point.
make an example.
Oh, yeah, let's do that.
What are you gonna do? Put it on a pike?
Maybe. That sounds like a good idea. You know, they did that back in history and whatnot.
Man, you guys are crazy.
Let's get going.
Okay.
No worries.
We gotta get a head start anyways.
With Seb and Rhyse in their mobile suits now at this point start to make their walk back. The rest of the cleanup crew does their job. Laura and Finn overseeing it to make sure it's all good. But having a much needed rest at this point. After everything that's happened.
So, Seb,
Yes.
what did you find in there anyway?
Just that. There is this weird message thing from some name. Don't really remember any significance towards it or anything. I think Lore may have known something, but I'm not sure. And yeah, that frame. It was just sitting there.
Got any pictures of it?
Of the frame or the name?
The frame?
Oh,
You did see the frame coming out.
you did see
you
it.
See it like you very much clearly saw it.
He
Like,
was in there with it. I'm figuring, like, if he's, if he got
Oh.
that up close to it. Maybe,
Nah, I
you know.
just couldn't
Maybe
stop
Haro.
staring at it.
Hmm.
Maybe Haro took some. Hey, Haro. Did you get
he
any?
he sends like his feed for the last like 10 minutes inside there when you're carrying him around very close to it. So yeah, absolutely, he's showing you much closer details, fed straight
Oh, wow.
to straight to Rhyse. It's kind of like a webcam communication sort of thing. Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's the feed if you want to see it.
Hmm.
Pretty cool. Didn't think I'd find anything like that here, but it's
Yeah.
definitely an asset.
You planning on taking any parts from it?
Hopefully.
Hmm.
I don't know. It's not really my decision. Honestly, I just want the whole thing. Why? Are you looking for something from it? We could go halvesies. Or even thirdsies or quarters.
It's just a little uneasy is all. You know what that is, right?
Yeah, it's like an old mobile suit. It's like an old frame, right?
Call it what you want, but as far as I'm concerned, that thing is a demon.
Well, you know. Sounds pretty cool. In my eyes.
Yeah.
And I just stare at my patch from the old boys.
Haro kind of subtly gives you a feed, Seb.
Oh,
And it's just a documentation of what mobile suits we used to fight back the Volgana back in the day.
oh. Shit. And I mute. I'm like, oh fuck.
Around 50 years ago, when they first landed on Mars, it was the Gundam frames they used to fight back the Rhyse's kind. When they first
you know what?
interacted.
Well, we're taking it back. We're gonna use it for good. And by good, I mean to do what we want to do. I'm saying this to Haro, though.
Yes, yeah, no,
No
absolutely,
way.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like,
I'm like-
and like you can see him highlighting like very explicit points about what they use these mobile suits for and what they did to Volgana.
Ooh.
Just, battle tactics to stop people from going apeshit on them. And considering it's very much the tanks versus the Polish cavalry sort of feeling at the time.
Hmm.
Wasn't too fun until they found a medium in one way or another where they decided to stop fighting and work together. So for Rhyse, very much a notable frame.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind. But I still want to use the suit.
Okay.
No, yeah, right.
Arts.
Right.
Arts.
Yeah, maybe we'll part it out. That sounds like a good idea. Maybe mix a little bit of old with the new. Make
Yes.
something better, you know?
His feed relays when rolls over again to just the description that you got with the word anima. And he just says, he just goes, question. As in, what do you think about this?
Honestly don't know. Hey, I unmute and I go, Rhyse. Yeah, that's the word right there.
Okay, yeah, and he sends off the brief decryption, shows some form of communications between the base and something known as anima.
Would I know this or would I roll for it?
Actually, you wouldn't know anything about it if you've been from here the whole time. So
All right, fair.
at this point, it's just giving you a name to recognize for later on. Yeah. Welcome back.
Sorry about that. Hi.
No worries at all. So just to give you a quick rundown, we have taken the frame out from the base. Seb has chosen to put it in his place for the dropship and walk home. Rhyse decided to walk with Seb home as well. But at this point, you guys are clearing up, setting up to go home, and to get a much deserved and needed rest after the altercations you have had with Hyena and Day.
Awesome.
So unless Rhyse and Seb have anything more to say to each other. Oh yeah, they've just explained. So I'll just give this for you as well quickly. Seb and Rhyse were talking about the frame, what they were going to do with it. It's called it a demon. Seb was like, it's kind of cool. And Harrow very kindly gave him a bit of information about the fact that these were the frames used to fight the Volgana back when they first landed on Mars. But holds more significant value to Rhyse than it does to Seb at this point, as they were the demons that fought against them first landed.
That's heavy.
Yeah.
Damn.
And then he's given Rhyse the name Anima to memorize as well.
Anything else of importance in that decrypted file?
No, like I say, it's such a heavy decryption that at this point all you can figure out from it is just, there was a communication between this base and what is known as Anima. It's not difficult to figure out that what you guys have found in the base was something going towards an Anima. It was going to them. Very much a pick up and delivery kind of thing, yeah.
Okay. I don't know, but if it's encrypted like this, they definitely didn't want anyone to find anything out.
All right. Shall we move on to the next day after those both two little
Yeah.
two conflicting
Ooh.
thoughts? Two different sides there. Alrighty, so second. Right, what we're going to do is take a quick 5-10 minute break for pee breaks. Giving us over to... I'm already at the social panel. I'm so smart. Look at me go. Alright. We will be back in...
Social panel. Huh.
Yeah, that's the one where it's not got the battle grid that I've got.
Oh yeah.
And we'll be back in about 5-10 minutes. All right, and we're back. So let's have a little, shall we? So longer days and longer nights. So it's probably been a good 18, 19 hours at this point, and you can just kind of see the sun starting to creep back up around the other edge of the factory and the company borders that you guys are in right now. You guys have had your own barracks. Your mobile suits have been put aside and left as they need to be. Another lovely, kind of cold, but you can feel the heat creeping over the horizon day. There's not really any chirping or any birds in the sky because they don't really exist here. But you can always hear that mechanical crunch and whir of work going on behind you guys or above you guys from ships that have landed. They've been used as construction areas for the mobile suit lines that you guys produce. Now, you guys were left alone when you got back. You weren't assigned to go anywhere or do anything, but you know very well that the commanding officer will give you a shout sometime through the day when he wishes you guys about what has happened so far. What is everyone doing? What are you doing? Starting to just come up to summarize.
How long ago did we get back to base?
So Law and Finn would have got back about been like 19 hours, so you guys would have been there for about 18, 17 hours. You guys got back about 10 hours. You had a good bit of time, but that's 10 hours to get back.
Had a full rest.
Yeah, so you guys have had a full rest.
Yeah, we had full rest.
You guys have had enough rest to be able to say that you got healed up, definitely.
No more damage. Get it out of here.
Hmm?
No more harm. Yeehaw. I was close to unstable back there.
Nice. Your suits may need a bit more time throughout the day to be fixed, depending on what damage you guys took from them, but mechanics are already working on them as we so speak.
Yeah.
At this point, the Gundam frame has been left in the dropship. They didn't want to take it out and cause a scene yet. So it was left in the dropship for the night.
Would like to know the reactions of people passing by and seeing this
By the way,
red
actually,
Grays holding up the torso of another with the cockpit stamped it clearly in hyena colors. Yeah.
Yeah. So in the night, most of the company squads would have been asleep at this point. Rhinos are all doing their shifts through the night, so they would have been the first to see you guys walk back with a hyena corpse. No one had the balls to say anything about it. But as you guys walked past the border and the perimeter, dragging it, the two rhinos that were on each side of that border that you walked between definitely turned their mobile suits all the way around to watch you guys walk through with the corpse of a hyena in tow. When you guys made it back to the mechanics, and the mechanics that were awake at that point, there's very much shock and awe, but a very quiet understanding and moving things and getting things in place, because there's no rest for the wicked. But there was very much turned heads, and things stopped for the briefest of moments as your Greys came to the top of the hangar holding the head of this corpse as it dragged across. At this point, probably losing a fair few bits of its panels, but mostly intact. You've left a small trail from the outpost to here with small scraps of plating that's fallen off. They would have all stopped. All mechanical sounds under the in the hangar would have stopped for 5 seconds before people slowly agreed that this is the life here on Mars and get back to doing what they're doing and moving things to the right place. You definitely caused an impact. At this point in time, this has gone through. The main thing that's happened right now is that whole point of you guys dragging a hyena corpse back has definitely gone through the whole of this base. Other companies are hearing about it as they're waking up and starting their shifts. Others are waiting desperately for their friends to wake up and start their day to tell them that they've just seen one of Crimson's newest squads dragging a hyena back by his head. So it is very much talk of Crimson at the moment. as the day starts and everybody wakes up to do their job.
Hey,
Although-
Dettet.
Yes.
Sorry. No,
Go on.
This was important. That would have happened if we did land and we did get ahead of them.
Mm-hmm.
I would have returned to my crew and mentioned to my mechanic, Miku, on it that there might be something that will pique their interest in the dropship.
Oh, okay. So it's
But
been
I would not take it out. I would literally
it's,
just say,
it's been cornered off for the time being, but you have enticed your squad, your remaining squad, with the temptation of interesting things along the way. Yeah.
and this is particularly my crew, not the whole
Yes.
squad,
Yeah.
not the
Just
Nightwalkers.
Just your small group at that time. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So there's your scene.
I'm just eating at the cafeteria.
Yeah. So you're at the mess hall.
I'm just grabbing.
You see a couple of people muttering at their tables and looking over at you, and like looking back, as you were one of the ones that came back with this corpse as well.
I'm just like, I just stare back at them. But
Yeah.
it's like a blank face, maybe
Yeah.
even confused.
Yeah, it doesn't take them long to turn around as soon as they notice that you're staring back at them.
Yeah.
Or we'll it'll be considerably late, but I'll show up at the cafeteria too, just coffee in hand. Coffee that they gave me in hand. So I pre-made it. Then I'll walk over here with like a travel mug. And I'll
more coffee.
more
Is
coffee.
that-
What's a
Is
coffee?
that a thermos?
Yeah.
Is it like you got tea in there or?
Coffee.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you drink that a lot.
At least in the morning. Longer days. Would have loved it when we were out last night. That went really long.
Did you get like a ride back though?
Yeah, but we had the talks, and then we went into town, and then I got to tractor my way out to that drop off, come back, and then go back again, and then it's a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot.
At this point, I'll sit down on the opposite side of the table from him, looking his way though.
I'm just like eating.
So,
Yeah, what? But my mouth full.
what you said, you saw it as an antique.
Mm-hmm.
What do you know about him?
There, I'm not. I just explained to him like why mechanically. I can't really do it in terms right now, but like why
Okay.
mechanically they were great,
Like,
and that
like,
as-
its performance.
like just strict, nothing to do with the history, strictly like performance and value, and like how.
Okay, so it's mechanical worth rather than
Yeah.
rather than any
As-
sentiment.
Yeah,
That's-
as you're explaining this, Rhyse walks in.
And I just stop talking and I just start eating again.
Actually, why'd you stop? That bit about the thruster modules was actually kind of
God.
interesting.
Hey, Rhyse. Hi.
Rhyse
Oh, yeah.
goes over to get some food.
Give him away.
Double plated again, I see. All protein as well.
Y'all have a moment or two before he gets to the table.
Well,
That's double stacked up.
so that's why you want to fly it then? It's just because
Yes.
it's good performance, eh?
Yep. That's it.
But what about the let's say you did, right? Would you change the face, like the head? Would you change that? Or are you kind
I
of
don't even know
you're
if
not
I could get.
attached to it, are you?
I don't even know if I could get parts for that. We're just gonna have to work with what we got.
We could. Yeah. whatever. Don't worry about it.
I've run the
Yeah.
numbers in my head. It's gonna be hard to get it back running, in my opinion. Or at
Seba,
least to make it look like, to be able to make it exactly like it was back then would be really hard.
Especially on our budget, yeah.
So,
And that's if they let us keep it, you know?
yep,
Like,
there's
they could just hand it off to some hot shot they have around here.
and I couldn't stop them. So it's
Exactly.
I just saw it as an asset for the company and I brought it in. Hopefully, I get it.
I would say you probably see Finn walking up and like, you guys still talking about that old antique?
Yeah.
Yes.
You also notice he's not by himself. He actually has 2 other people with him.
Who?
Who's
Whom?
this?
Yeah, introduce him.
Gentleman over here is Maze. He's my left-hand man. He usually goes out with me on jobs.
Oh.
One over here is Miku. He's my mechanic. Might be
Yeah.
interested in your little toy.
Morning.
I wave at them, or no, I just nod at them and I keep eating.
I'll which let's say Miku. I'll just offer a handshake. Lore was with devils before running into him. I point towards Fox.
She would take it, and one thing you notice is that her hand is covered in grease. She is a mechanic through and through.
The mom, he'll react surprised, but he's not going to be like, it's whatever. It's dirt. It's,
Fate of a little,
okay.
fate of a little debt.
No, just surprising, guess.
I'll be careful, because if anything, if you piss her off, she'll whack you as well. I got a few lumps from her.
I'll keep it in mind. So, you wanted to check it out?
It's up to you. It seems Seb over here wants to take claim of it.
Well,
I personally see no
done.
interest.
I want nothing to do with that, though.
At this time, Rhyse has sat down and is just eating at the opposite end of the table from you two.
Full plate of meat, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Man, you are a carnivore.
Just looks at him for a second and then goes back to eating.
No, it's all good, all good. Just heard stories. Dang.
Think we should, paint, shark teeth on his grays?
You know, might as well.
It's like
From what
fit
I
him,
see, fights like a beast.
right? I'll definitely give you that.
Glaring at Fox.
Hey, it's a
Really?
compliment. It's a compliment out here.
You went toe to toe against.
Mutters racist with a mouthful of food and just continues eating.
You went toe to toe with Overguard. That's nothing to shake a stick at. But I'll say I'm going to gesture towards between Seb and Rhyse. Kind of reckless, I think is the word for it.
Job's
Yeah, I can
done.
see that.
Didn't we win?
Yeah, but it wasn't exactly. I don't know.
Clean cut.
Yeah, not quite by the book.
We all survived.
For now.
Wait, do you think you can do that every day? And the coin flip's going to go that way?
I get results. The method doesn't matter.
Suit yourself.
I mean, I got the killing blow though.
Oh, is that
With
how
a
it's
little
gonna
help.
go then?
Oh,
Yeah,
look.
with a little
maybe-
help.
Should we leave a mark in his? A little tally on the side of his cockpit while we're at it?
I don't know. Maybe you should talk to. I don't know, Seb. Maybe you should talk to Rhyse about taking his trophy then.
It was a team
If
effort.
If it's your kill. Huh.
Hey, we're all a team, right? We all help each other and stuff. I'm sure we'll
Yeah.
all get our moments.
And I got what? Fox, how many downs did you get?
Probably about 2.
2? I think it was.
I know that. Took the head off one of them.
Yeah, I think 2 or 3 is what I got. Hey, not too long. We'll be they might just spec us as aces if we keep on getting numbers like that, eh?
Yeah. Gotta keep surviving, though.
What is it? It's like 12, 15? Something like that. I don't know.
I'll leave that up to Arthur.
Yes.
With that in mind, you hear the groan and grumbling of a zombie. There's a man in a robe, slippers, and pajamas, pinstripe pajamas, walks his way. Well, no. Saunters and slouches and shuffles his way into the cafeteria. Very, very disheveled and tired-looking Arthur walks in with a cup of coffee, shuffles his way past you guys as you're talking, and sits himself at the very end of the table. As he sits down, the sunlight starts to breach through one of the windows, and it casts a big glare into his eyes. He just kind of stares forward and picks up his radio, just clicks it on, and just goes, "Yeah, Rhino? Yeah, where's Jeffrey? Is he late again?" You just hear the muffled replies of, "Yeah, Jeffrey's right over here. He's at base there." "Yeah, did you get him just to pop his shield down left side of the mess hall for me?" With that, you just hear the thunk of a shield blocking the window and stopping the sun from getting in his eyes.
That is an amazing use of power.
As the Greys lays his shield up against the wall to stop the sunlight coming through, the thud of the shield made the people closest to that window basically lift off their seats for a brief moment. But this seems to happen so much in base that they don't seem to care or notice. They kind of hold their food as they jump up a bit with the hit. And Arthur just kind of looks over to you boys and just bobs his head slowly, lifting the cup towards his mouth. Morning.
Morning, Sleeping Beauty.
Morning.
Yeah.
Morning.
Uh-oh.
Rhyse nods, mouthful of food.
He nods back. Guess we can say we had quite an interesting night. That's probably one of the latest I've been up for in quite a while. But job, I guess.
Not bad for a first day.
No, can't say it is. It is. But I mean, with this situations like this, obviously a whole load of crap behind it comes up on top as well. So now I've got all the other companies. You're averaging people of the Empire, and you're helping with the Empire, and it's a load of crap that I'm gonna have to deal with now. But such is the way. Understandably so.
I mean, it's just prisoner detainments and getting whatever we can get for info out of them, right?
Well, yeah, but very long time. This is probably the first time we've had a group very obviously
Actually,
working for the Empire, and they're the ones under my command, and they're very unhappy about that. And, you know how shit starts.
Has Empire attempted to say anything? Do they acknowledge it?
I haven't seen anything in the papers, information online, but they won't admit to it. I don't think so. Don't doubt they'll keep the good. But I'm just getting crap from the other companies now saying that we're not doing the job right. And the same old, but I really couldn't give a crap at the moment. I say job well done. I'm sorry, I interrupted you. Go again.
No, sir, sorry.
Go ahead, speak freely. This is the cafeteria, not my office.
What is it that the other teams are demanding? Has to do with the prisoners, I mean.
Oh, well, they haven't said anything about the prisoners. They're just saying that I'm a hawk of shit that's keeping in traitors. They don't care about the prisoners so much as the idea that we're harbingers of death and the Empire, and we may turn our coats and fight back, but I have neither the energy nor the care to talk to those fat asses that keep talking back at me. I'll leave that to the rest of Rakapedal. and I'll continue to live on my days until they decide such that we decide that we go and we'll leave. If so, that be the case.
Let the businessmen handle the businessmen, yeah.
That is exactly. At the moment, I'm dealing with you guys and a couple of kids that got a little too loose on their chains. That's the easiest way I'm going to talk this one out, and hopefully that works. But you four, very good job, very good job. Say that for sure.
Thank you, sir.
But, let's talk frank here a moment. Kid, Seb,
Yes, that's me.
that is you.
What? Yes, sir. What is it?
I'm just, interested in the idea that you think bringing that Gundam frame back was a good idea.
I simply thought it was could be seen as an asset for the company, sir.
Yeah, I suppose that's one way of looking at it. But, I'll say this frank and clear, I have no use for this company, Crimson. Gonna cause a scene, if anything. So I'll tell you what. Rhyse, my boy. Sorry, I know you're eating. Don't worry, it's all good. You,
Yeah.
have any issue with this thing being in your guys' possession?
I appreciate the consideration, but well, before we make any rash decisions, just look over at Seb for a second.
Mhm.
I think it's definitely best we keep this under wraps, at least until we have something to do with it.
Fine with me.
Perform whatever tests or have whatever look at it that you want, but don't think it should leave the hangar for now. Let's not
Alright.
until it's covered up a bit more.
Agreed on my side as well. I've already had a couple of mechanics looking in, and they're going to up a custom Gray's head to put on top of that head to make sure people don't see a difference in it, at least for now. Understand, I have already mentioned this to Rockapedal, and they want to do a full diagnostics themselves, but we'll send it looking like a Gray's. Make sure it's under wraps for now, but after they've had their little interaction and interrogation with it, consider that thing a little bit of a bonus on top of whatever I pay you for the job you got done, understand?
Nice. I was eating.
Okay, you gotta make sure you chew those bites, yeah?
Yes, sir.
I
Alright.
got one question.
Alright, go ahead.
Why would Hyena have this? Or rather, where would they get this thing from?
Well, that's an interesting point, I must admit. Now, I haven't got anyone here today that has the time to go in and have a little investigation on it, but Rockapedal, of course, they've said they want their full diagnosis done on their terms. But if I can give you the information that I know, at least now, I don't believe this frame was categorized with the originals that we made back when we landed on Mars. Consider it an empty frame, something we had just lying around and waiting. I gotta be honest, I don't think this thing's been activated or even powered up in the past 25, 40 years. I'm gonna take a hunch that if they really were working for the Empire, a suit of this caliber, although a little busted in its ways and definitely not like the old Gundams we used to have back here. When he says Gundam, a couple of people do turn their head, but they can't tell 100% what he's talking about because his conversation is very mulled and very croaked over. But he says, I would say I'm probably considering that this was one of the first 5 that we had back in the day, but we only manufactured the 4 that we first made. So I don't even think this one's been serialized, understand my saying.
Off the grid.
Within reason. It'll definitely have some sort of serial number to it from back when it was made, and that's what Rakapedal wants to know. It's one of those original 4. They may want to keep it. It's the dead and busted one that they left on a ship to do whatever with, and I don't think they're going to even want to have it themselves. And at that point, yours to keep. But just so we're very clear and understanding, once we get that custom graze paneling on top of the head, we want to keep it like that for at least until now. I'm sorry, I don't know why I said until now. For now. I don't want anyone else thinking that they're fighting alongside a Gundam frame, especially considering we haven't used these for a few years as well.
See no problem with that.
Alright, I see no problem with it either. Make sure that Rakapedal see it and have their ways with it, and do what you want with it after that. But I must say, this docket here that you gave me from the offices, this anima. Laura, you might have a bit of information about this yourself, at least the understanding of the name.
Yes, sir.
Care to understand it to the rest of the crew?
Anima was one of the larger fleets during the Citadel days, sir.
It was.
It's hard to tell if it's actually the same fleet, or maybe they just carried over the name, grandfathered it during the restructuring of the Empire, sir.
Aye, that could be the way we... I'm going to assume that maybe there's small portions of this fleet that still remain from the time, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's been dissected, diluted, and liquidized into other parts of the fleet. Now, why on earth would Anima coming down toward Mars if they were such a big fleet is my question. And if so, and the amount of times you've whooped their asses in the past few months, why haven't they buggered off yet either?
Let's say those hyena boys might know something. They were helping them. They were transporting something.
And I am absolutely thankful for your volunteering and interrogating those boys. Thank you very much, you guys.
Nice.
I understand.
Anything for you, sir.
Just by basic intuition and from the kindness of my heart, I don't want you to kill them. Alright? As far as I can tell, those 2 kids were brought in the last few weeks, so I think they were just doing their job, if you get me. Or
Yeah.
not doing their job and doing what the hyenas wanted, so it's all peer pressure, this and that. But they might have a little bit of information, but I'll leave that into your capable hands. If you can't weasel out any information about it.
Do my best. They didn't want to talk to me earlier, but you know, maybe they'll do better face to face.
Yeah. You got a big...
Hey.
Oh, sorry. No, go ahead. Go ahead, my boy. Go on.
Finn,
What's up?
start with the fingernails. If they don't talk after one, you're not getting anything.
Oh,
I thought we were gonna start with please.
Just some friendly advice.
From the most unfriendliest of thoughts, but okay. Like I said, I'll leave it to you boys, and I'm gonna leave it at that with that as well, because
If
that woke me up faster than the coffee.
Maybe we should request a medic be at least in the same building, sir.
I'll at least assist you by getting you one. That's at least. I can do.
Well, they didn't say. They said alive, right? So I could work with that.
I say maybe at least start with Finn, see if he can get some talking out of them first, and then just go down the row until the fingernail snatcher over there gets his turn.
Hmm?
Yeah, you, big guy.
Hmm.
I say you get to go last in this
Just a
interrogation.
friendly suggestion.
In some ways, like I say, that's definitely woken me up
Oh.
faster than the coffee.
Right, and you've heard of the gift I brought you.
What, the fresh corpse of the hyena that you destroyed?
Well, if we're going to send a message.
Yeah, you do what you want. I've got a couple of pikes out back that you can pick up if you want. I don't want to look all medieval on this shit, but we'll at least keep the corpse outside in the open where people can see for a couple days, just to know not to mess with it for a little while. How about that?
Good enough.
Sounds good. Right, well, I gotta say I'm gonna take my coffee and fuck off back up into my office and have a morning without the thought of my fingernails off. You can find the two in the jail cells that we've got down in near the hangars. The operation we've got for that Gundam frame take a couple of days to get that ready and suited, but once it's done, we'll send that off to Rockapedal. You guys can go with it. Get a protected escort mission. You know, they're always fun. And, oh, excuse me. Coffee went straight through me.
Excuse you.
Yeah, thank you. From there, we'll, what Hannah was doing and take it from there. I take it you four are okay working together still for a while, yeah?
I got no problem with it.
No complaints.
Just gave him a thumbs up.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Okay. I gotta get back up on my legs. This is gonna take a while, so if you guys can turn around so I don't have to look like an old man.
Or we'll turn around.
I just finish up my food.
With that, he just slowly pushes himself up, turns around on the bench, and just saunters his way back out. Slowly talking into a radio as the shield once again gets back up from the wall, as he lets Jeffrey go back to his watch, though he's late.
I will say as soon as
Oh.
as soon as he's out of earshot, I lean towards Miku and I'm like, see what you can get with the mechanics on that Gundam. I'm kind of curious myself now. Use your charms, but don't be too forceful. And tell Maze to keep an eye on her.
Yeah, so they'll go off and try and see what they can do for you, and we'll do some rolls for that later on.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so they saunter on off to go do that. You're more than welcome to play the characters like you want as well, and I could also play them over for you as well when you need a back and forth, so don't ever hesitate from there.
Right.
But that's cool, dear. I'm going to tell that to Messi next time we play as well, that she can play her crew as well if she wants, because I didn't expect you to, and then when you did, I was like, oh, that was fun. So
Well, since they never talked about it, I was like, I'll just...
yeah, no. If you ever want to play it yourself, you go ahead, and then if I ever need to use them to play into interactions as well, I'll do it. So there's no reason why I should keep the monopoly on them. That was kind of cool. I like that.
If you want to add it up to little bios so you can wipe off.
Yeah, you sent me some before, so I can use that as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put a little more personality into them. Kind of need the basic for this.
Yeah, sure. All right, so you guys have been given a couple of jobs, and it's up to you what you guys want to do from this point here, really. Investigations. So the mystery's just kind of started. You've got to just run down everything what we've gone through right now. We know that there's a fleet somewhere nearby. We know that the hyenas were working with them. You've known that from at least the last mystery, and you now know that you have what could possibly be an unlicensed or not serialized Gundam frame from back in old day. All three of these things give you lots of information that you start to gather from this. Very much at this point in time, you guys are just trying to figure out, how you can keep the company safe, everything that's just happened recently, and how you guys can make some money again as well. So very much at this point, finding out what the old hyena kids were actually doing back in the day is probably.
I about to sit down and say, I'm more interested in seeing what those boys got to say. We might have a little bit more for what we're looking for. I don't know anything about anima, but well, what are you thinking? Wishing to join me on a visit?
Those boys, yeah, sure.
I thought we were all gonna go.
I'm more than welcome, but I don't think we want to crowd them in the room yet.
I don't know. We could like go one at a time, kind of thing.
Hey, good cop, bad cop.
Yeah.
I mean, we got bad cop over there.
Doesn't Hyena have a barracks here?
Hyena had a barracks. No one's moved into it yet, but yes, that's a good call.
But when I said bad cop, I gesture over to Rhyse because I'm about to say fingernails is pretty fucking bad.
They haven't used it. Well, used it themselves. They might have still stored something there. Worth having a look.
So are you saying we should split up?
Are you about
We'd
to
cover
Scooby-Doo
more
this
ground.
crap?
So 2 people do the interrogation and 2 people will do a search.
We already know how this is going to split. Come on,
Okay.
Seth.
I'm gonna roll Haro over to Lore,
Mhm.
and I just go, he can record the interrogation.
Yeah, sure.
Good
Aye.
cop, bad cop, good cop, bad cop.
I wouldn't
Good
be
luck.
saying that in there.
I just go, good luck, pal. And I thumbs
thing-
up the Haro.
Mm.
Yeah, and go off with Rhyse. There we go.
All right, okay.
If you're ready to go, Laura, I pick up the hoe and kind of put it under my arm like a basketball. And
Yeah. So you want to be the talker then?
at first, but chime in if you feel like it.
Yeah. Sure. What do we? Let's see if we can bring up any like records on these two before we go in. Be like, hey, yeah, I know who you want. You like do the thing where we drop their file in front of them,
Yeah, maybe they were picked up on purpose. Maybe they
Yeah,
were
right.
passed. Good to check out. Probably find that in HR, whatever the hell that is. Where's HR?
Hang on a sec. Sorry, Zach.
Oh, good. Or whatever HR is first, technically, I guess.
Okay, so you don't even need to go to fucking HR at this point. Going into where the holding cells are. There's a couple of blokes there with the terminal. One of them's like full suit and like security helmet. Gives you guys a bob of the head as you come in. As the other one's like on the phone talking to someone. The one sat down, like kicks his feet off the desk and leans forward. Says, howdy boys, how you doing?
Morning.
I take it you're here for those 2 from Hyena?
Yeah. Arthur wants them shaken down.
Yeah, a couple of kids. I don't know what you want to do with it, but you got the rights to it. Anything I can help you with?
Passed. Maybe they were picked up for a reason.
Okay, no, that's not a fair point. Let's have a little look and see. I was tapping away at the computer.
While
Okay.
you're
Yeah,
bringing
go.
it up, have they been talking at all,
Oh, they've been keeping kind of quiet. I haven't.
even to each other?
Yeah, I haven't heard them say anything yet. I don't know. They haven't really said anything as far as I can see right now. We've had a couple of guys go in and ask them what they were doing, and they say nothing. But
Have they been
go on.
told what the punishment might be?
No, I don't even think Mr. Day's even told us what we're gonna do with these guys.
Perfect.
Gonna be interesting, I'll tell you that. Okay, we got a one Curtis Kid. Looks like this kid's been on Mars most of the time. Recruited about a week ago into Hyena. Mobile suit pilot training, mechanical training, construction. Cool. Looks like he was brought into Hyena with just the fact that he could pilot a mobile suit. You know how Hyena are when they just take in people again.
Yeah, there's no leverage there. How about the other one?
Okay, so we got a Sean Wynn. That's the WYNN. Let's see. Interesting. I see him coming down and working for Hyena, and I see his name here, but I don't got a lot of information about the when and the why. Kid's not old enough to... Well, kid's not so old that he would have been... That if he was, he would have been born here, but... I ain't got much, I gotta say. There doesn't seem to be much here. Maybe use that to your advantage?
Serious pass on one, star student on the other.
Yeah, basic bitch on one, and then the other one, I ain't got much. And like I say, kid's young enough that he could have been born here and just done nothing for a long time, but I don't even see a conscription onto Crimson, to be honest with you. There he is.
Maybe
there
he's
ready
not
to go.
Crimson. Interesting.
I'm gonna let you take that information as it is, and he taps a button, and a very old printer starts to slowly printing off these documents. He hands
This
you
was like
over
a
these-
mom.
Yeah, he just hands over these papers for you. Yeah,
It's Curtis Kid, and what was the other one?
it was a Sean Wynn.
Sean Wynn.
Sean WYNN.
All right, thank you.
No worries.
Right. Thanks, guys.
No worries.
Finn, you wanna huddle? Figure out what
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
doing?
Let's talk about this. Interesting, the fact that the kid doesn't have any background. Could be born here, could not be.
Sean?
Yeah,
Yeah. Could be.
One.
It could have been fuck up on administration, or maybe he's a Fed. Who knows?
how about say he might have been a Fed that was placed in. Someone
Yeah.
backfed information. It wouldn't be unlikely that a head puts in a recruit's name and says, "I'll just waive it."
How
Doesn't get nothing on it.
you seem like a pretty calm guy. How delicate do you want to be in there?
Play around for a bit, see if they want to play ball. If they don't, since they haven't been told their punishment, I have a lot of leeway with that. Waving around death for treason is a very fun thing to do. Give them a way out.
Yeah. If they don't, because it's gonna be Sean. Like if between the two of them, it's gotta be Sean knows something.
Oh yeah.
So you never want to hit the guy that you want to talk, because then they're just gonna say whatever, or they're just gonna say whatever to make it stop.
Oh yeah. No, we gotta get
Yeah,
true information
so-
out of them on this one.
So if it comes to it, well, we might want to start decking the kid to get Sean to talk, kind of go off his morality,
Oh, unless he doesn't have
talk
any.
and it stops. Well, if he doesn't have any, then that paints us a different picture and we can try something else.
Hey, Dettet, when
Yeah.
the one was about to talk up, do I remember who that was? Did I have a face on that?
Actually, no, you wouldn't have done. Actually, no. Yeah. So, okay. So to give you an idea, so the one that went to talk up has very kind of like gingery, shaggy hair. He's got freckles. The one that wasn't going to talk up has got kind of like slick back, kind of mohawky kind of hair, a more serious face than the other one. But you can't put name to name.
Oh, they didn't have a picture for the name. God, our administration sucks.
Yeah, it's old school. It's like DOS at this point.
All right, well, last I checked, I was a ginger boy that was actually willing to talk. And I had a smooth talker that said no. I have a bet that one might be Sean, but we'll have to see.
Well, it's a coin flip. If Sean's the one who wants to talk, then awesome. In that case, we just pull the other one out of the room. That way they don't, stop them.
Let's see if we can get it. We'll match the name to face, and I'll
Yeah.
go from there.
All right. Sure. And you just you let me know if you want me to be rough. Just give like a nod or something, and I'll crack him one.
We'll start nice at first and see what we can
Yeah.
get.
Yeah, it's your show.
All right.
And if not, and if they choose to be complete pricks about the whole thing, we stick Rhyse on them later, and we see what's left.
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
All right.
Again, we only need one to talk, right?
Yeah, exactly. As long as he's got a jaw left.
I might not to break the jaw.
Okay, so the two have been moved into an interrogation room for you. Very classic interrogation room with a, one-way window, mirror window, sort of for anyone else that comes in. One of those guys, the guy that you were talking to at the desk, he's on that side, just keeping an eye. They've been let in. They've not got anything on them. They're just in their basic sort of like prison drabs. But they're not handcuffed or tied to a chair or anything silly like that. There's a little bit of respect to people in this place in some formality, that they've just been left to be sat down on the bolted down tables and chairs, but they're not at all tied down. Not that they look like they're the kind of people that are going to fight back. Whenever you enter, you would see that one of them's already got, so the gingerhead kid's got a black eye. The slick black hair kid's got like the remnants of a bloody nose. They've had a little bit of a talking to, but nothing so crazy that they've that they're like begging to be released or killed. Just a bit of rough to see if they could get something out of them, which they did not.
One gentleman. Good to see you had a nice welcoming party back.
They both kind of scowl up at you. Walk in. They don't say anything, but they just scowl up at you.
Laura's gonna follow up in behind. I'm gonna walk in looking pissed off right out the gate. I don't want to be here.
I'm all smiles. If they look at him, I'm just like, yeah.
I'm gonna. Laura's gonna take off his jacket. It's got like a muscle shirt under, so no sleeves, and gonna hang up the jacket in the back of the door handle, and I'm gonna fold his arms in front of him.
What are you doing here? What
He's gonna lean against the wall, and I'm going to be standing in the way so that my right shoulder is clearly in view, and they'll see a skull tattooed on in black with the two horns going downward. He's just standing there.
Let's see, formalities. Alright. Sean and Curtis, huh? Come on, boys, speak up. I'm just asking your names. If I got the wrong people here, it's the different situation.
They both look up at you, but they don't say anything.
Not talking, huh? Understandable. You saw your group got pretty much, wiped last night. Apologies. We wanted to be nice about it, but you guys decided otherwise. Now, it's up to this mess. So, I'll give you a chance. Speak up. Things will go lighter on you. All I want to know is, what have you done for the Empire? Why hyena?
Okay, manipulate someone. Someone cracks.
That is charm.
Is my being clearly bad cop assisting however for rolls?
It
Help.
would have been like a help out, but he's already got a 10, so it's all good.
Okay,
So
sweet.
that could have been if it was like a 9, you could have rolled on a help out, but you're fine. So you
Yeah,
can hold
yeah,
that
but
for
they-
later.
no
That's fine.
difference now.
Yeah. The gingerhead kid picks up and he says, "We were doing this because of the commander. He told us to do this. Wasn't like we had a choice."
Actually, I remember you last night. You were going to say something. You fought against it.
Yeah, and I
As
still
you
would
actually-
if you'd let us go.
Well, sadly, I don't think I can do that anymore. All I can do is make this easier for you. The more you're willing to help, the easier it is. How about you, Slick? You're gonna be
Go on. Sorry, I keep interrupting.
I said, so you got your tongue tied?
The ginger one just sort of goes, "I mean, you killed his brother. I don't really think he wants to talk to you."
Oh, I apologize for that, but he fired first. Again, I did not want it to be that way, but you followed your commander in the end. I understand it, notable, but he was dead and you still decided to shoot at me.
You're just gonna do the same as the other guys. You're not gonna get anything out of us.
True. Maybe I can offer a deal. I talked to Arthur. You know. I get a word in for him. Make it easier for you guys. Instead of being here and getting your ass kicked daily by other inmates. Or the guards. Because, you know, they don't like traitors. Just saying. Maybe we could put you on a nice farm somewhere working, you know? Maybe on an assembly line. Something easy. You'll be under watch, but you know you might be more free than you are now.
Interesting. Okay, I would like you to roll another manipulate someone.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
The duality of roles.
Mm-hmm.
That's a double one, too.
Yeah, it's well
Ugh.
below, yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Okay.
double one.
That's
Ugh.
a shame. Gingerhead kid leans back in his chair and just sort of sighs and rubs at his bulged, sort of bruised up eye. Just goes, "And if you put us on a farm, it's the same thing. We're still trapped here. What's the difference?"
Oh. The difference is you're not in a tiny cell. You're not on a constant watch. You're not up to daily beatings. You might still be here, but you know, it could be enjoyable at least.
Say we don't get the same treatment outside of these cells.
I could run a few things. I could run it past Arthur. Like I said, I can make it easy for you boys, but you got to be willing to work with us. I turn towards the Slick guy. I'm sorry about your brother. In a battlefield, it's one death. It's you either die or you kill. Was my intention to take him away from you?
He finally perks up. He looks up at you and he just goes, "Rather see your cold dead body on the floor before an apology for what you did."
Woo. Someone's fiery today. But you speak. That's first.
Laura's gonna crack a smile. And I'm just gonna be staring at the that was a slick back one that said that, yeah? The brother?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. Alright. Laura's not saying anything yet. He's holding back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can't promise that you'll be the one who kills me. Yeah. But, we all have our time. Tell me, what do I gotta do to get this information from you? I know about anima. We all know about it at this point.
Okay, so Sean's eyes bulge briefly before he squints at you with a bit more of a glare.
Oh, that caught your attention.
And sorry, I mistakenly said Sean instead, but at this point you've noticed that
I kind of figured that was.
Yeah, that's fine, yeah.
I was playing off that, so I will ignore the fact that you said that, but I'm still assuming he was Sean from the get-go.
But the gingerhead kid barely reacted to the names. So, there you go.
Yeah. So, so that piqued your interest? Something you want to talk about? No, quiet still, huh?
He's quiet.
Well, funny enough, that gives me enough information to find out that you're the one I need to talk to. I basically asked for the, I guess the guard to come in and take Curtis back. Unless you have something you want to say, Lore. I think we know who we need.
Yeah, it's a pretty clear picture. Hey, kid.
Which one?
I think you mean Curtis Kid. I think actually means Kid.
Oh, kid. Gotcha. Sorry. Yeah. No,
Honestly, I was going to see who reacted.
Oh, okay. They both look at you. They both look at you when you say kid.
All right. Where's the ginger kid then? Did anyone in a hyena actually give a shit about you?
They, I mean, they paid well, but,
Hey.
I mean, we were just signed in, like they told us before. Most of the lower ranks just come in because they get through them a lot, and I just thought maybe I could get high enough in hyenas to not have that happen to me and not just be another number from them.
Yeah. I'll say you got off pretty fucking lucky. You guys are nothing more than meat shields to overguard.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so.
Don't know much about what Mr. Anima's gonna say, but you play your cards right, maybe you'll end up in somewhere that actually will, not put you on the front line as a wall.
Okay, so
I'm offering transfer.
yeah. So gingerhead kid Curtis, he looks at Sean. Sean doesn't look at anyone at this point. He's just staring forward again.
You don't really seem like the farmer type, regardless of what my friend here would like you to do.
Or I would like you to manipulate someone. Which is kind of like an interrogation in a sense.
Yeah. So charm ya?
Yes.
Yep.
Click. No.
Okay. That's alright. That's okay.
Chamel's on with us today.
It's all good. It's all good. You both get a level, like a tick of experience, though, for that.
Oh, shit. I forgot.
Yeah.
Look.
Every time you fail, you get a tick of experience. Let's see. Curtis looks forward, stares blankly into the abyss in front of him, which is just the returning face of himself as he looks back into that one-way mirror. And he just goes, I don't want to be a part of this anymore. You can have him. Get me out of here.
gonna start circling around behind him. Shame. So you chose to be someone we won't give a shit about. And I'm gonna clock him in the back of the head into the table.
Okay.
Any roll you want for that?
Yeah, I'd like you to kick
You
some
beating
ass.
up Curtis?
I'm gonna hit the kid. Yeah.
No, I see what he's trying to do. I get what he's trying to do.
I know. I see what he's trying to
Yeah.
do. I'm just like in my brain, want to make sure he's beating up Curtis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kick smash?
Yeah, on a tough, yeah.
Tough.
Big smash.
Okay, tough. 7.
Okay. Interesting.
Hmm.
So you clock him down. Like, so explain how you were hitting him again, sorry.
Circle around. Was gonna circle around, just kind of start rolling his shoulder, and he said, "Shame. Guess you don't want to be someone anyone gives a shit about that."
Mm-hmm.
And then he clocked him from the back of the head, try to push him into the table.
Yep, no worries. So you clock him into the back.
Batman him.
Yeah, you clock him into the back of the head, so that his face slams against the metal table.
Yeah.
The moment you've done that, with both hands put together in like almost like a volleyball thing, Sean has swung around and clocked you in the nose with both of his hands. And you will take a tick of damage from that and a bloody nose.
Sweet.
Jesus.
I'm gonna.
I'm about to say, yeah.
So I'm sure, because I'm gonna assume the guys on the other side of the glass are probably fucking about to barge in.
Yeah.
So one hand is holding my bleeding nose, and the other is up as like a stop towards the glass.
Yep. So the guy behind has not moved. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just sit the entire time like, feisty, but I thought you had a problem with me, not him.
All right. I'm gonna point down at kid, and then while looking at the glass, I'm gonna point down at the kid, and then just point at the door, get him out.
Yeah, so a couple of guys come in. One of them, like, obviously pulls Sean back onto the table, like onto the chair, and holds him down for a second. The other guys pick up Curtis and pull him out of the interrogation room, with once again now at this point a bloody nose and a banged head, very much concussed. And then once he's been taken out, the guard holding Sean down just like gives him a proper slap around the back of the head and walks
Thanks,
away.
boys. I'm gonna stay in the room, nose bleeding. I'm just I'll like wipe my thumb at it, play with the blood in my hand a bit. So we do have a hero.
Yeah. Didn't think he had it in him.
Well, plan A's still on the table then.
With a very sharp voice, he says, "The Citadel protected its people. I thought you would have known that." As he looks
You're
at
not
your arm.
Citadel.
Interesting. He pulls the collar down on his coat, on his shirt, to show the same sort of tattoo that you have on his chest.
Citadel I fought for wouldn't have sold out to the feds. Wouldn't have become the problem. You're nothing but a sellout.
Oh, damn. That hits deep. That hit deep harder than a punch that you could have given him, as his fingers curl away from the shirt and he just like sits back down on his chair, just stares up at you with a snarl.
Laura's gonna go back to his original spot against the wall. I'm gonna just let my nose bleed.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to pause that there briefly for a second because that was good. I like that. I'm going to move it over to the other two for a bit.
Emo, high five.
Oh.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. I like that. All right, so Seb and Rhyse, you guys are making your way down back to the original barracks for Hyena, right?
Yep.
Excellent. Okay, so you get down there.
That's the move.
Very much empty and not being used right now. The doors have been opened. The places have been ransacked for, obviously, the security intel for Crimson. So the place is a bit of a, crime scene investigation area. Most of the stuff's just been shifted and moved around. So it kind of looks like they've, beaten you to the punch at this point. Clothes are thrown around, documents are thrown around, smashed glass and a couple of things. But it's it's up to you guys what you want to do with what's been left on these floors. Some of the security intel are just trying to grab as much information as they can to send it back towards some of their higher up security intel. They're not the brightest bunch. They might have left a couple of things here, there, or t'other. So it's definitely worth your interests to have a little scour through barracks. Most of these barracks are like there's a couple of just single rooms, obviously for the leaders at the time, and then there's these bigger barracks where these shields, as they're being called, get to sleep and rest as well.
Where do you think we should start?
Might as well give it a once over.
I guess I'll start with the single rooms.
Alright.
So,
I'll take the left side, you take the right.
alright.
Okay, so you guys have gone into like what would essentially have been the leader of Hyena's like own sort of little room, yeah? Okay.
I'm looking for like switch or like hidden things. Like I want to see if there's like a hidden book, not a bookcase room or anything like that, but like maybe a drawer, like a button for a secret drawer or something.
Okay, no worries.
Just checking the.
So for you, you're once again investigating a mystery with the concept of what is being concealed here, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, so roll on a sharp.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, so you can ask the question. Yeah, you can ask that one question of like what is being concealed here. So looking for something hidden, yeah?
Yeah.
So you're running your fingers across all the seams and edges of everything. You're very much noticing that a lot of this is just the same as what maybe your room and your barracks looks like. As you're running your finger across and looking at all the little odds and ends going through. The main thing you find as you're running through is you run your hand under what's like the connected desk to the wall, and your fingers run up against a piece of paper. You slide your fingers back, you notice the paper, and you kind of peel it off from underneath the desk. It was definitely taped there for the time being. These desks are, all bored and bolted into the stuff. But you pull out very noticeable paper. With a note on it there. The note reads as you flip it over and look through it. Just says something along the lines of, "My dearest gratitude to you, Commander of Hyena. Lieutenant, let's see. So, Lieutenant Sean Wynn will be with you in the next few days. Please provide location to Gundam frame to my lieutenant, and to our lieutenant for a pickup at this date, and this date is like 2 days from today."
Nice.
There's no signature, there's no nothing, it's just that note, very scrawled, that just says, gratitude to, my thanks to Commander of Hyena. Lieutenant Sean Wynn will be with you on this date, which is yesterday's date. Please provide him with location of Gundam frame for our pickup, and our group to pick up at this date, which is 2 days from today. And that's it.
I I call Rhyse over.
Yep.
Yeah. You might want to take a look at this. It's like a connecting piece to figuring out what's going on.
Yeah, that follows.
Mhm.
Question is, think we should take the bait on this?
I mean, we just gotta figure out who Sean Wynn is, I guess. Whoever that
Yeah,
is.
fair. But if they have someone coming to meet,
It all lines up. The Gundam frame was right there. Pickup date is 2 days from now. It's like we caught them before they could do anything. Well, maybe we should just keep looking for stuff, but this is definitely something we should bring back to the boys.
yeah. You checked
Mhm.
under the mattress? Checked
Not
under
yet.
the walls? Alright.
Alright, let's take a look. And then I guess we try to we both lift the mattress and whatnot.
Yeah, so moving the rest of his room around, there doesn't seem to be anything major. Nothing that's like of value. Yeah, sorry, Rhyse.
What is the floor made of?
At this point, it's just solid concrete. There's nothing. There's no like secret.
Same with the
underground
walls?
Yeah. It's just very much solid concrete.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, big, thick steel walls and stuff.
Any posters? Anything?
Nope. No. I forgot what that movie is now.
Yeah.
No hang in there, cats.
Yeah, and no hole behind a poster sort of thing.
Yeah.
Nothing like that. No,
Sure.
yeah, no posters or anything like that. Very much already been like meticulously like swept through. They just seem to have missed a couple of things in that note. Anything else that's missing is just, like I say, a couple of his handguns that he may have had.
Can I take one of them?
Yeah, can I take one of them?
You could take both of them. Yeah, you could both have just basic sidearm handguns. Neither loaded, but they are clean and ready to use. You can pop them into your gear. That's completely
Woohoo! Yeah.
fine. And that's
It's just handgun.
yeah,
like the
just
handgun.
handgun. Yeah, handgun.
I'll take that thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
gun cannon.
Okay. Can I try to do a sweep of all the other rooms the same way? Do I have to make individual rolls for each one?
No,
Or?
do yourself a full investigating mystery. Yeah, just to say.
Yeah,
And,
just a singular big one.
Because obviously Rhyse is there. If Rhyse does a help out, then if you can get a bonus to your roll as
Yeah,
well.
of course.
Go for it. Yeah. So both.
And
So I
decide.
just-
that is
So yeah, I'll just roll my sharp right now.
Yeah.
And oh yeah.
Well, there you go. Yeah, so it's fine. Yeah, so all good from there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it would have been
It's
completely
just
fine.
a super good roll.
So you guys, you triple the workload of what the original security intel have done. You fine comb go through like the other one room that was there, and then the big room with everyone else's from there as well. You don't find anything in the other main room. I like that. Law, you have a sidearm, right? Except later requires sidearm. I got one. You go into the big room and you fine comb, go through absolutely everything. The only other thing you find is like like dog tags, like a chain and a dog tag, yeah. The dog tag itself there's no like names on it or anything. There's just like a number. I will give you the number. 1 second. It is 2656. And on the other dog tag, there is just a picture of a female, sort of dark red hair. She's smiling and she's got like some sort of military uniform on.
Kind of weird. Unless. Oh. Hey Rhyse, check this out.
Hmm.
Which room is this, by the way? Is it just like
That was the big
the
room.
same
sorry.
room?
No, that was the big room. Yeah. You've gone through the
Like-
other small room and there's nothing. You've gone into the one where.
Oh,
there's,
so the
like,
dog
the-
tags were just like a room for everybody, right?
Yes, in the room where all the other,
Okay.
or where all the other like meat shields were. Yeah.
So, when you say that there's like a female with a dark, that's just like a picture of somebody. That's not the person with the tag, right?
Yeah, no, it's like a what you call it, like a
The pinup.
it's definitely a picture of someone. It's not a pinup, but it's
Okay, so it's
you know,
like a friend,
like how a
or-
pendant has like you have like
Yeah,
a person's
yeah,
face
yeah.
and a pendant kind of thing, but it's done in a dog tag kind of way, and the other dog tag just has 2565 on it. Yeah.
We'll just leave that here then.
Remember the number.
Sure,
Yeah.
I can do that. All right, guess we should head back to the boys.
How do you think the interrogation's going?
I don't know. They're pretty smart. I'm sure they could handle at least one guy or two kids.
Yeah. Not entirely confident though.
Interesting. Well, let's
Not
head
sure
go.
if they're, You know.
Yeah, you're not sure.
So,
All right, well, maybe we can do something. Let's head back.
you know that fingernail thing.
Yeah?
You read about it once.
What?
I'm not a monster.
I'm not. Listen, I didn't even think that, dude. Dude, it's not. I didn't make any judgments. All right.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, let's go, huh? Let's get back to the
They have
investigation.
a section of the hangar, or you think they just ran all that stuff out of their own base?
Wait, what? Like
Hyena.
who had a hyena?
You think they had
Um,
their own corner down there too, or
I'm sure they had a area that for themselves, but they do seem to just like not use the stuff here. I think it'd be worth a check though. Maybe want to run by there real quick.
sounds like a plan?
All right, let's go.
All right. You guys are going off to the hangar to see if there's any information you can gather from there. Let's swing back to Laura and Finn for the moment and see what's going down.
So we pretty much just pick up the boy, I guess, and just in the
Yeah.
corner, bleeding nose.
As it's kind of happened. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. So, Sean, I have to ask, why? Of all the things you said, you just said the Citadel protects its people, and yet you're over here undermining countless others. For what reason?
Not sure I'm following what you mean.
Sorry, excuse me. Let me correct that. You talking about Citadels protecting their people, and you're doing your job as a soldier. It's good. Don't think we won't do the same for us, though. You've come to our location, infiltrated our troops, I guess you could say, our packs. Why? It can't just be because they protect your people. What does the Citadel really want here?
I'm sorry. Would you be asking me the same as you'd be asking the dog that just tried to hit my friend, or what are you getting out of me?
I want to know, what are you doing here? You know
Funny
about
that you
Anna.
call me the dog, but you're the one on the leash.
Ooh, easy boy, easy boy.
I
I'm
don't
gonna step out,
Okay.
and Laura's just gonna. It's gonna go on like a 3-minute walk, and then he'll come back. He's cooling off.
Okay. The moment you leave the room and the door closes, Sean looks to Finn. He's like, "Who is he? What's his name?"
Yeah. He's a comrade. Part of Vaka.
Still or not, that's Citadel.
True, but he seems to hate you, so he's a friend of mine. Sounds like Citadel did something bad to him, and he is no longer with you.
What makes you think I'm still with them?
You flashed that pretty fast, thinking it would save you. Gesturing to the mark on his neck.
Mm-hmm. I just thought I was in the company of another brother in arms. I guess not.
But let's get off my friend here. You're making this very difficult with something that should be very easy. You've perked up with the name of Anima. From what I understood, that was an old fleet. Didn't think it was around anymore, but apparently it still is.
His brow raises when you bring up the name again, and he looks up at you. There's the slightest of smiles, but he knows where his place is at this point, and he doesn't want to seem too cocky. Leans back in his chair. Yeah, Anima still exists. Continues to exist.
Guaranteed not at the same power. That thing had probably been destroyed multiple times. It's probably just a floating trash can at this point.
It's not a ship, it's a fleet. It's a whole myriad of different ships.
I understand that. I can't imagine it's still in good shape at this point.
Yeah, unlike the buckets that are resting here on Earth, this planet that can't even lift.
Yeah, the factories now at this point, we still make use of them.
What are you going to do if a fleet comes and decides to shoot down at you? Hide? Run? Under these hangars that you call barracks of any kinds?
I don't usually run.
What difference does it make if I tell you what I'm doing here, why I'm doing it? What if I'm not the same as your dog friend over there? I just chose to run away and I got caught up with the wrong people. What made Curtis any different? Clearly didn't know much about it.
No, Curtis didn't. But also, we have a record for Curtis. You just popped up. Means that you were placed here.
He's very much got his eye on the door now after you said that.
What? Waiting for my friend to come back? Give it some time. But from what I could tell, you were put here for a purpose. And either we interrupted that purpose. We caught one of your ships out in the desert. That's how we found you. Found out what was going on. We have all of them too.
He leans back in his chair again and he kind of stares up into the ceiling. The sort of medical bright white lights that are there. He squints. He just sort of goes, I don't see what difference. Keep me here. Keep me jailed up. You're not going to find anything out. I tell you what's going on. You're not going to do anything about it.
You think I'm not going to do anything about it?
Because you can't do anything about it.
Oh, I have to always worth a try.
Okay. Humor me then. Have you ever heard of the Bronze Lion Legion?
Would that actually ring a bell to me, Dettet? Or no?
At this point in time, no, not at all.
Oh. No. Can't say I have. Why don't you tell me about them?
It's not going to be much use if you don't know who they are. Just, understand it's not you guys that we're scared of.
Oh, really? So what else is there to fear on this deserted rock that you keep coming back for?
It's not what's on the rock, it's what's stopping us from getting out of its orbit.
Interesting. So you can't leave.
Not yet at least.
Is that why you had that mobile suit hidden in the hangar?
Interesting. Manipulate someone.
Come on, rolls. Don't
Come
be
on,
shit.
baby. Come on, baby.
We stole all the good ones.
That
Just
God
kidding.
damn
That's-
it.
That still works. That still
That
works.
works. That works.
The red and green doesn't matter.
Yes, it's just the actual
Nah,
numbers
it's just,
itself,
it's just. I just hate rolling a 1.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, it hurts. Okay, he perks up when you say that. He tilts his head and looks at you. He goes, okay. Would have been stupid of me to think that you didn't look through the base to find that. Where is it now? On the base? Blown up? Destroyed? What?
Yeah, we'll find out. I don't know. It's kind of holding it as a trophy right now.
Gonna hold something like that as a trophy.
We don't know if it even runs. For
Oh,
the time being, it's a decoration.
it'll run.
So what do you plan to do with a lone Gundam then,
Well, with a frame, not much. With the rest of its equipment, though, maybe break through the Bronze Lion Legion. Get the fuck out of here.
Where would you get this equipment? This stuff is old.
That's the best
Even
part.
you can't.
It's the best part.
Oh,
We already have it.
is that why you're working with the Empire?
I am the Empire, sir.
Well, now we're getting somewhere.
At that point, he kind of realizes that he kind of took off more than he could chew at that point and kind of gave you more than he should have done. But there's nowhere else for him to go at this point. And he just leans back in his chair and just stares at you.
Come on, we were just having a good conversation. Don't clam up now.
What else is there to say? You guys aren't what's putting fear in our eyes. There's someone else out there that's definitely deadlier than you guys and your crap pieces of shit that are just lying around doing nothing. And you're holding me hostage in the last piece to my puzzle.
So the question is this: if that's a fact, if there's a fact that there's something more deadly than us out there, why don't you come to us to help out? Or is it something that you don't want help with?
I don't know. I don't have an answer for that. But whenever something happens with one of our fleets, they seem to pop out of nowhere and be the reason why we're being blown up out of the sky. Look, the Resistance ain't shit. Mars ain't shit. Empire's been doing good enough, but this group of people have been going around causing all kinds of mayhem. If you want to keep me stuck here, keep hold of your little treasure and your little trophy, by all means, go right ahead. I'm probably safer here than I am back on our fleet anyway. That's all you're getting from me.
It's a shame. Having such a lovely conversation too. But maybe call it a day, huh?
Yeah,
You
maybe
can go
you
get
do.
some rest. Oh, well. I'll signal to the signal to the window to come fetch him, get him out.
Okay, no worries. The guy comes around from the outside of that room to the back to the hallway. Laura, are you anywhere around?
Yeah. This is literally just whenever you want to re-add me to the thing.
Oh yeah, no, you throw yourself in, mate. Don't wait for me to say it.
Awesome. Yeah, you'll mosey up.
Okay, so
Oh, we done?
Yeah,
Unless you got something else, I got a lot of information from him. That's my friend here, Mr. Empire himself. It seems.
Mind give me 5 minutes?
By all means,
Alright.
the floor is yours.
You get anything good?
Let's say this. Apparently, the rest of the equipment for our little antique is here, or somewhere near here. He won't tell us where it's at, but apparently there's also something that they fear worse than us.
Oh.
Did that? Wait, it was the Bond's Guide. What was it?
Bronze Lion Legion.
Bond's
Bronze
Lion.
Lion Legion. And I'm guessing that doesn't ring anything for me either.
No, very much a new name at this point. Yeah.
It's just a name.
Yeah.
All right.
Apparently, they've been shooting him out of the sky every time I try to leave this rock. So
Blockade?
some sort. I never heard of it, so I don't think it's Rockapedal.
All right.
Sure.
Sure.
But he has information still, so he's still useful. It's just trying to get it from him.
Yeah, give me 5 minutes. Laura's gonna
Yeah.
go back in. Sit down across from him on the chair properly this time. He's washed his face of most of the blood that's coming from his nose.
Mm-hmm.
So he's
By the
not
way, I am not in the
bleeding
room.
out
Sorry.
anymore.
But yeah.
He's gonna put both arms on the table, leaning on his elbows, and how long did you serve?
Ten years.
Hmm.
You?
About 11-ish.
Where were you when it all went down?
Raiding colonies?
Weren't part of the main force that went to Earth?
No.
Shame.
I was deployed here by then.
Missed a fireworks display, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. I was told to plant my ass here, make sure the feds didn't park anything. And I was looking forward to going home.
And you still intend to?
Barracks that I trained in, found brothers in, it's all gone.
Yeah.
Well, people say it's just a new hat, but it's not the same blood.
The Citadel took care of its people. The Empire's a whole different story, guy.
And yet here you are fighting for them.
And here you are. I want to say hiding from. Yes. Dead. Made your own choice.
Once the war ended, my division was dismantled. I didn't have a position anymore, so they just thought it was easier to leave us here.
Yes. Easier than to dissect you back into the Empire itself.
Yeah. Not
Makes
worth
sense.
it, at least. Don't think I was really taken care of.
Well, not part of the big fiasco on Earth, so
You were?
yeah. Yeah, I saw
What
most of the fight there. Oh, it was glorious. We got
Glorious, that's a word.
got our shit kicked to 10. Lieutenant Lee killed. That was it. We gave up. Tails between our legs. Ran away from the small snippets of the Federation that still remained around Earth. And we bided our time until November came around and decided this time we would fantastic Empire. What did I get stuck with? A zombie fleet. Trying to find little snippets and ways, fighting back against these resistance. Myself pushed onto this little rock.
Is that what they turned him into then? He's just the janitor?
Well, No. Or delivery boy.
Mm.
See, you guys have got something that everyone else doesn't. Now to fight against beam weaponry.
Mm. It's pretty handy.
So why are you all just standing here and waiting like there's nothing else going on?
Lore will kind of raise his hands up and shrug a bit, pats on his legs, and I guess because this company isn't quite take over the world kind of guys.
Alright, I'll give you that.
Not everybody wants to rule. Let's say, humor me.
Alright.
If we just let you walk, where would you even go?
I go nowhere. I've got nowhere to go. The Empire don't care enough to pick me up.
Really?
Just like every other ship that you've shot down. Survivors have lost.
You hear? How many, No, that's bad. That's poor words. You don't think there's any still wandering about out there, are you? Do you? Any survivors trying to make do?
Not that I know of.
Haven't heard nothing yet.
Nope. And we've probably shot any that have tried to come back as well.
Do you miss it? Miss it at all?
I miss what they stood for. The idea that one federation can't look after everyone.
Yeah. Keep to your own, protect your own.
I miss the lieutenant. I don't really care much for November. There's a taste in my mouth that's different when I think about an empire. Confederacy was something we stood for, and empire is something we rule on.
Yeah.
Lock me away. Throw away the key. I'm gonna have more chances here than I am out in the wastelands. They sure as
There's
hell
a
ain't
lot
coming
of
back for me.
chances. There's a lot of chances here.
I would say they wouldn't trust me, but then when I look at your arm,
We've had probably worse, to be honest. Ain't nobody gonna trust you, that's for fucking sure.
Nah.
And again, ain't nobody knows you either.
That too is a given.
Just don't talk about it. Probably for the best.
I think maybe it's time I have a think about this and get back to you tomorrow, mate.
Yeah, I think you probably should. Unless daily beatings is your thing, because even if they're not being told to, there's a bunch of pricks around here.
The inmates are the victims, I'm the victor.
Whatever you decide on, make sure you think hard about it.
Can I get a name before I go?
Darsk. Or which one were you? Kid or Win?
Win.
Alright.
The kid's got nothing to do with this. He was just doing as he said. Scripted into Hyena, and he was job.
Yeah, we had that story pretty much figured out. Whoever wrote you in did a pretty shit job at forging the paperwork.
Yeah. That'll go to the ex-hyena.
Well, I'll give you your time,
He bobs his head.
and I'll try to make sure that Red doesn't quite get within biting distance of you.
He just very faintly chuckles, but he's never had any interactions with Morgana at this point in time anyway, so it's very much unsure with that point that you've just made. So
Martians have a interesting culture.
and you could say that again.
Yeah. Right. He's not going to try to bullshit any sort of goodbye or anything. He's just going to get up and leave. He's going to
Yeah.
get his coat off the back and cover himself up.
Yeah, completely fair. And with that, one of the security intel comes in and just, escorts him back down towards the house.
Good thing about you, along you have more. It's easy for you to talk to him than me, it seems. But then again, you share a past.
I won't really say share it, but
A connection.
fought for the same thing once.
Yeah. He's got information, and it seems like he's willing to at least talk to you. Not sure if I actually really did kill his brother, but
I mean, how were we supposed to know, right?
yeah,
Like, if we shot him, it would have been the same way around.
true. I'll see if I can get the guard captains to try and keep some of the others off of him.
Leave it to the guys who actually are cooled off. Sorry about that.
No, perfectly fine. Got him talking. That's what I
guess.
needed. Minimum injury. I mean, Curtis might say otherwise, but he'll live.
But I didn't really get a good look at the kid. I didn't fuck him up too bad, did I?
He might have a concussion, but
Okay.
what's a concussion?
Yeah,
that's
what's a concussion?
common.
Yeah,
It's
what's a
fine.
concussion these days?
Just brain damage. It's fine.
It's fine. Probably gonna need a plastic surgeon for that nose, though. Just
Probably for the best on that one. He didn't. It's kind of looked weird.
it looks weirder now.
Character.
Yeah,
Let's find the guys.
let's go find the guy.
Come on.
All right.
But on the way out, I would actually try and mention the guard captain to try and keep a lot of the Vift off of the guy if he could, off Sean. I'm assuming Curtis is staying in med bay because he's fucking
Yeah, more
unconscious.
than likely. Just do one more quick manipulate just to see if he gets the message.
Come on.
One more charm.
Please, good help.
I'll like to help on this one.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
So that's the charm.
Yeah.
That would be
no, help
helping
out's
out
on
for-
cool. Sorry.
You'd be cool.
How about on cool?
Yeah, my
All
bad.
right,
Sorry, that was my bad.
That's good. That's a 9.
Yes and a yes, but you have exposed yourself to trouble and/or danger.
Awesome.
So yeah, they get the picture, and they'll see what they can do for you.
Hmm.
Okay, right. Let's mosey on down to these guys. We're on the wind down now. So you two have tasked yourselves to go down to the hangar to wherever the hyenas would have been situated. Yeah, see if any of their mechanics are still around or something like that. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, no
Yeah.
worries. So without any time wasting, you guys have gone down. There's a very clear empty spot. You've seen this empty spot for a very long time because hyena, like we've said before, will very much go out on missions for very long times, stay out on the outposts and do their usual hit and run tactics. Very rarely coming back. All you see at this point that kind of gives you the intention on the idea that they were there was that very much empty spots because they were one of the biggest squads in the time, and a couple of remaining hyena grazes, hyena-coloured, coordinated grazes that were just left for the next bunch of kids that were going to get sort of like, strong-armed into working underneath the ex-leader, now deceased. Not really many mechanics around there because, it's now like a deadweight area. Most of that hangar at that area at this point seems very much empty, except for those 2 greys that still remain. What do you guys want to do?
Are there any like computers that hold like data on all the stuff there?
Yeah, there would have been like a computer terminal for the dossier and what has been done to their suits X, Y, and Z. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up on that terminal and I'm just gonna like scale through those files. I'm gonna look for like equipment transfer in and out, like anything that's on there. I'm looking through it.
Yeah, no worries. Okay, so on that one, read about situation. That's on a sharp.
Yeah, on a sharp.
Yeah. Okay.
I get another point.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
So on that, so you start scanning through the computers, seeing if you can find anything, and something pops up, and you kind of try to dismiss it. And when you dismiss it, the computer locks down.
Yeah.
And that's about it. So something pops up. You didn't really see what it said. It was very quick. You dismissed it because it wasn't what you wanted to look at, and the computer just locks out. Like idles back to like the home page where the computer's just locked out completely.
Ah, crap. Hey man, I messed up. I got locked out of the computer.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know. Did you find anything?
I mean, we still got 2 more computers to go through.
Do we?
Yeah, man.
Okay, let's go through those
gotta climb
computers,
up there,
man.
though. You gesture with big raise.
Is there like a safe way? I want to take the stairs.
Yeah. There's catwalks and I don't know what they're called, but it's little razors that go up, little lifts.
Yeah. Oh, I want the little lift.
Yeah,
I want a little lift.
As you go to one of those ones, Rhyse behind you, you just hear a mechanic going, "Hey, yo, big boy, come over here a second."
Huh?
Hey, yeah, it's you again.
Oh, yeah.
Remember me? You talked to me the other day.
Sword, right?
Yeah. So, listen, I mean, I might be able to get you something in a couple days. I've been looking around and had a chat with Mr. Day himself, and he said, you seem like the big, strong, burly type that could use something like that. And he said, I can get a couple of guys on the job and maybe get you one set up for, in a couple of days or so. If and so that's something you might want.
Yeah. What do you need from me?
At the moment, nothing so far. But when I figure out if there's anything I need from the crew or if I need something from you, I'll give you a shout. I'm just coming over just to say I think I got the work on the flow. We're gonna be using it on let's have a little look. Where do I have it here? And he's like looking for his computer, and he's like, ship bay 2. So the big one, the big bastard next to the transport ship. We're gonna have that working on there. See if we can't get it crunched out within a couple days, and I'll see what I can get for you. I just wanted to let you know, because you're such a big guy, and it was hard to miss you with your pinky, purpley, sort of red hair, and I just want to make sure that you knew that I remembered I was thinking about you.
Yeah. Of course.
I got it going on. But just throw a couple drinks my way once it's all done. If I don't need anything specific, and we'll call it evens on that.
And you are?
Oh, sorry. My name is Jimothy.
All right. Well, Jimothy.
Yeah.
I'll send something your way in return.
All right. That's all I need to hear. All good.
One more.
What?
Yeah. Got any of those extra axes lying around?
Yeah, I
Big
think
razors?
I think there's a few at the back of the over back there by the armory. I think there's a couple more that we've shipped off recently. I think they're ready to go. I think they were going to go for these guys here, but obviously they're, bang, dead. So, take what they are from there.
Yeah, if you don't mind tossing a couple into my reserve just in case.
Got it. I'll get one of those forklifts over and shift them over into your place when I'm ready for them.
Alright, thanks.
No worries, no worries. You keep being you, big man. I love you. I think you're great. I'm gonna go get my... Hey, Bobby, where's the fucking... And he just walks off. Starts doing his own thing again. Meanwhile,
Seb?
Yeah, Seb, as you
How are we
are.
looking?
I'm trying not to get locked out this time. Do I do another roll?
No, so unfortunately, off the computers, there's not really anything that you can get like a major like tip off. These computers themselves, they're just the basic setups for these greys. They're very new. They've not had any time. Yeah.
Okay.
There's not really anything that you
Yeah.
can get from there.
These are all fresh.
Except
There's nothing there.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, except
wait.
you hear like kind of like the old end adage of like a Skype call sound coming from the computer that locked you out.
Like a I'm gonna just go look at that computer real quick.
Yeah. So
He's still up on the
Rummaging your way.
grays, right?
he's still.
I take my little zip thingy down and I'm like, huh, what the heck?
I'm already standing in front of it.
Oh,
So there's just
Okay.
enter to answer, escape to cancel.
is it like a password?
No, it's like someone's
Rhyse.
calling you.
Oh,
Rhyse presses shift, taps it once or twice, wonders why it doesn't work.
so it says
Seb,
It's,
Yes,
it's
I'm
enter to
looking.
answer, escape to cancel. Yeah.
I just reach over his arm and I'm just like enter.
it just says return, there's no enter.
Yeah, it's the same. And I just
Are
click
you like,
it.
are you just staring at Reese as your hand goes over to press the button for him? Just staring up at him. Like,
Yeah,
All right, buddy. I see you trying.
it's the same. And then I look at the screen to see who's on the call.
Minute. Gotta get my. 1 second. Find a note. Let's see. No worries, I got it. Okay, so you get like a Skype communication with There's another kid. There's a kid on the other side of the call. He's got like short brown hair. He's got like a navy uniform, but it's very dark navy blue, with like a bright yellow trimming around it. So kind of like what Finn wears, but it's dark navy blue, and the red would be sort of like a gold, yellowy kind of tinge to it. Yeah.
Oh.
And the screen kind of flickers and shakes. It's not very, not very good communication. You just see this. Hello. Who have I got over there on the other side?
Hello. Howdy. It's a mechanic.
Okay, hi. Nice to meet you. I'm Communications Officer Gary Bryce. How are we doing today?
We're doing great, Gary. Can I call you Gary?
Yeah, sure. You can call me Gary. You can call me Susan if it makes you happy.
Okay, well, Susan, yeah, everything's pretty cool, man. How's it going on your side of the screen?
Yeah, pretty good. I gotta be honest with you. You don't look like the Empire to me.
Oh, well, do you know how it is down here?
Where is down here, by any chance, my good sir?
On the ground.
Earth?
Yes.
Okay. I think I've got the wrong communications. You'll have to excuse me. This is
Dude, Susan. I'm sorry about that. But do you need me to redirect you? I could do that.
I mean, well, if you could tell me where those Empire scum guys came from or where they are right now, that would be fantastic. My boss would really like to know where they are right now.
Where are those? I don't. Have you tried space?
I mean, we are holding them off at the moment, but we haven't seen them come back from Mars in the last, I don't know, maybe like the 18 hours or so.
Oh, that's weird.
I'm sorry.
Don't know anything about Mars.
Yeah, I
Hey,
should be.
isn't Empire that one guy we, from the drop?
No. Not on Earth. Mm-mm.
No? Oh, okay.
We're not on Earth. This is Mars.
Good God.
I know. I'm sorry.
Yo.
I'm getting mixed communications here. Did that dragon say that you're on Mars, or?
Well, I mean, if there's no dragon there, so I think you're just having. Do you have it? Do you need to go to the doctor?
Dragon.
I don't see any dragons.
Okay, it's just he's got very bright hair. He's got very kind of very sharp, kind of scaly skin there. I just kind of wondered. That's definitely that's just got to be a Volgana from Mars. Is they in Earth now? They've been moving.
Yeah. What?
Nothing. That's just. Just give me a. Yeah.
It was the guy from the dropship, right?
No.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say, who's the chain of command here for you, my good sir?
You want me to speak to my manager?
Yes, please. Who would I be referring to?
Give me a second. I walk away and I take my hat off.
Oh my
and untie my hair, and I come back. Hi. This is the manager.
Manipulate someone for me, please, quickly.
Oh my god.
Can't believe what I'm watching.
the difference is insane. No worries. You go. I was rolling down to the end now, but you need to dip, so you go ahead and dip. Thank you very much.
Sorry, guys. Love you all.
Love you too. Take care.
Bye.
What'd you miss? Oh, got a 4 on charge.
You got a 4. Okay, so this is gonna be the last little bit because I'm just going to the end. I'm sorry, kid. I know that's still you. Could you do me a favor? I'm going to take the silence as a yes. Oh, there we go. Can you just tell whoever's in command that my commander Dion would like to speak to them as soon as he can?
Okay, we'll just transfer him to Arthur.
Sure, yeah, just transfer him to Arthur. Okay. I transfer him.
Thank you.
Alright, goodbye.
And with that, I'm going to close the story off for today because we just had to lose a character, so I'm going to leave it as that for us, yeah.
What the fuck?
I wasn't ready for that.
No, I know you weren't. That's why I was.
Hey, I had it under control for a second.
Yeah, I know.
I had the guy thinking we were from Earth.
And so it's fucking.
I must have missed the 1 and the 0 and somehow dialed Mars.
Oh, I'm sorry. I failed to see where I've gone here. Yeah, sorry, Sam. This is at the end because it's a short session for Saturdays. Yeah, so good start to the start of the mystery. I can see Kat going crazy in the fucking chat about what I just sort of said, which is kind of cool.
They've been going like hype or anything since you pretty much brought up Bond's line Legion.
Yeah, it's a big thing in their game. It's a big thing since season 1, since what we were playing like before we got Crimson and Cobalt started. So it's big, and I'm enjoying merging this. But okay, let's do quick because I need to go to bed soon as well. Let's do a quick experience ticker, and I'll tell what you need as well. So, first things first, did we conclude the current mystery? Yes, you did by the end of that one, so I can count that as a yes. Did you save someone from certain death or worse? I'm going to say yes because of whatever you said to the the security intel. Something new and important about the world. Yes, you found out about something known as the Bronze Lion Legion, anima, and a Gundam frame. And new and important about one of the hunters. Within reason, I would say yes, because you found out about a lot of Law's sort of background there as well. If not in character, but kind of like edged off the side as well.
Yeah,
So
I found that about it.
yeah, so you can all mark 2 more ticks of experience.
Oh, dude,
Dude,
I got so much experience.
There you
I would say with that one failure, I got 3.
Hey, I think I just leveled up again.
That's fine. Like I say,
Maybe.
it's fine. It's fine, man.
I mean, with those 3 and the freaking 4, might as
Mhm.
well.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna call it for that. Thank you guys again. That was super fun. Always super fun. And we'll obviously next weekend it's Thanksgiving, but after that we'll see if we can't get together and do another session. And
Woohoo.
let's see.
All right.
What were you gonna say, Noodle?
Yeah, no, I'm just
Just agreeing.
good. As long as we don't have to wait another 3 weeks, you know.
I will try very hard to make sure it's not 3 weeks for you. Yes, absolutely.
That's partially my fault, just because of
You're
just,
all good, don't you worry.
charity.
It happens. It happens. Try our hardest. Let's move all of us to Emo because he just started Ascension Academy. Cat, you want to do that for me? Yeah, go ahead, Sam. Yeah, it was a good session. Really good session. I really enjoyed that. I got lost in the source when Law was talking to Sean at that bit. That went hard.
Yeah.
I like that. I was enjoying that. That was good fun.
Yeah, I'm about to say, damn, this is why he's the leader, and he's like, I'm not the leader.
Yeah, I saw you guys talking about it in the chat. All right, thank you to Matt H10 for the tier subs that you did for everyone as well. Thank you guys for playing, and thank you for everyone that watched today as well. And yeah, we won't wait 3 weeks. We'll just try and get one again as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Otherwise, everyone else enjoy the rest of your evenings. I need to go sleep because I'm a tired guy, and we'll move over to Emo now, Cat. Yeah, move it over.
Pass the raid.
Pass the raid.
I'm giving myself a +1 cool.
Alright, and end it.
Oh wait, I can't because I